9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Well That Effing Figures. We are here live with a good friend of ours, a very big supporter of the show. I'm here with Colin as well, and Eben. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me here today.
Definitely. Thanks for your time, man. I
Yeah, thanks
appreciate it,
for
and
coming.
thanks, like I said, for all the support. You've been really good to us in more ways than one behind the scenes. So I appreciate that, man. And
Oh, my pleasure, man.
welcome.
Anything to help you guys out.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Yeah. So how's life down in sunny Florida as we sit
Oh,
here?
it's
And I'm in
nice.
sunny Maryland, but not as sunny.
Oh, it's nice, man. Weather
Yeah.
is great. It was 90 degrees yesterday. Went out drinking,
hmm
hungover, having another beer to sober up.
Hair of the dog, eh? Yeah.
Good
Hey,
times,
man, it
man.
works. So let me address the
Or
chat real quick. We
that's
got a
all
lot
we
of
need
people in
help.
here this morning. We got Rolando as usual. Welcome.
Londo.
SW77 Flex. We
Flex.
have let me see. J2SO, who will also be on the show on April 2nd.
What
Welcome,
up?
man. Thanks for joining. Mega Demon, our constant. Thanks for being on here as well again this morning. Yeah, we're
Nice.
sitting here with Eben, and we're just going to talk some shit about all that good stuff behind him and what he has going on. So, if you're listening on Apple, check him out at Eben the Collector on Instagram, and we'll leave the link in the bio so you can check him out as well. If you're not watching and just listening on Apple, that'll be cool to check him out. So, yeah, so sunny Florida, 80
Yep.
some degrees probably today, right? I'm jealous.
Yep. It's already 76 degrees.
Damn, damn. I will be there someday. I promise.
Hell yeah, man. Just let me know, dude. We'll go hang out.
Yeah, man, for sure. That'd be fun. Yeah. So you got some cons coming up or anything? Because I want to talk about the stuff behind you. You got an awesome collection, and but what kind of cons do you have going on and coming up in your life?
Yeah, so the end of this month, MegaCon is coming up here in Orlando, and that's a big one for Central Florida. They bring in a lot of A-list celebrities. They have people from Star Wars, various movies, anime. I don't know, just people from all over. Of course, they bring in comic book artists and creators.
hmm
So trying to get autographs and pictures from those. Uh, then I'm gonna take it a little bit easy this year. I'm going to San Diego in June. I want to know July. Yeah, I'm going in July. So that one I'm going with my buddy George. You guys had him on the show the other day.
Yep.
Lorian, aka Hyperdrive, aka MCE.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Good
So
guy,
so
man. We had fun with him. Yep.
oh yeah, that was a good episode. I always like hearing George tell a story about his wife buying him his first statue.
Yeah, I like that too. That was
Yeah,
cool.
what? That's like a one of a kind story. I mean,
Yeah, yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
saying after that, man, like
whose wife gets them into collecting?
yeah, after that
My wife
happened,
did too.
he
So
she
wives are enablers in our little circle.
yeah, she created a monster, and I was telling him like my wife does the same thing. Like when we go out, like she'll say, "Hey, do you have this?" And I'm like, "I'm about to," and she's like, "Shit."
Yeah,
So
that's cool when you get that support.
yeah, my wife's been really big.
Or you just
Like,
stay single like me and you don't have to worry about it.
you don't have to answer
Right there,
anybody,
you go.
right? That works too. Yeah, but a lot of us are lucky, man. A lot of people we talk to are very fortunate to have a support system like that for our crazy things we want to buy and do. And yeah, we're very lucky to have that. So,
Yeah, because
Alan, you got to find a good one, and then you'll add to the club, man.
Right.
I've seen a couple people on like Instagram and stuff posting that they have to sell their whole collection because their significant other isn't on board with it. And I'm like, man, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
Bummer.
Yeah, man. The way I figured is you should never take anything from somebody that you love and take something they love from them or make them
Right.
do that. Because
Right.
then
Like
what kind
honestly,
of
yeah. If
Absolutely.
they're making you sell the thing you love doing, well then that's a big sign right there.
yeah? Because you're
Not
not
meant for each
your life
other.
at that
Yep.
point. You're living someone else's. So yeah, it kind of sucks to have that. But yeah, everybody's not as fortunate. So I think most people I've talked to are, and that's great. So
Yeah, I've been lucky. Yeah, she's an enabler, man.
yeah, yeah. Like the other day, man, I was talking to George on Instagram because I told him I was like, man, that Clone Trooper helmet is back on Disney Shop, and he was like, "Shit, I gotta get it." And me and him, we both ordered it at the same time. Excuse me. Mine comes Tuesday actually.
Dope.
But I text my wife. I said, "Hey, I'm gonna order this helmet." She's like, "Oh," she just gave me the thumbs up, on text message. And I'm like, "Yes." She didn't
That's
ask any
cool.
questions, man. It's fucking ridiculous, but yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, my wife just puts it in here. If it has my name on it, just comes in here. She doesn't even ask.
Yeah,
And she'll come in like once a week, like, oh, cool, that's new.
yeah. I'll text. She works from home, so I'll text her and say, "Hey, I got a package coming," and then she just grabs it and puts it in here for me. So yeah,
So
That's awesome.
does your wife, does she have any collectibles or anything, or does she just support you?
She collects. Well, she took over my Marvel collection because I was going to sell that stuff. So she has a cool Marvel collection, and she's actually adding to it. She's bought like Loki spear, like a 1/1 size Loki spear
Oh,
that's made
nice.
out of real metal. She's bought a bunch of little props, from like WandaVision. I don't know, other little props like from Captain America, Agent Carter. A lot of the shows. She's been focusing on collecting stuff from the shows, not the movies. But we have a lot of stuff from the movies too. She collects a lot of Disney stuff, so I can never say no to that. I'm an enabler too because we go to Disney all the time, and I'm like, this is new. She's like, oh, it's like $200. So, because the stuff we buy is more expensive. So I'm like, that's nothing. Get it. I'm like, I'll buy it for you. We get an annual pass discount too, so it'll be cheaper.
yeah.
Try to enable her to go get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I was talking to my wife last night. I said, "Hey, why don't you start collecting something?" And she was like what? I'm like, I don't know, anything to make me feel better. Let's do this. Let's find something that you love. Let's do it.
Yeah, it's fun, man. When you both can do something together.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, she'll go to like the shows and to the stores and shit, but she just doesn't have anything that she likes enough to collect. I'm like, we got to find something for you to collect. It'll be fun.
Yeah. What's up, Brett? I see Brett in the chat from Collecting Look Cool.
Yeah, my boss is here. Jason, thanks for coming.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she collects a lot of Disney stuff, and it's cool, man. The way she has it organized, because in her office where she works from, because she's been a work from home employee for years before COVID. She has like one corner, it's all Star Wars vintage, because she was my enabler, so she bought me all these like Star Wars vintage things, and they're in her office. And then on the other side, it's all like Disney ears and just Disney stuff, like prints that we buy at the park. And then the guest room is all like the higher end Disney stuff, the stuff that's like rare. You get it either from D23 or it's like a limited edition thing. So we have it in the guest room out of all places. So guests come in, they're like, "Oh, this is cool."
Yeah.
And then we enable the guest.
yeah, exactly. So you have stuff all over the house. Mine's contained in the basement and to my little piece of heaven upstairs here. But that's about it. You got it all over the house? It's
all over the house.
That's
yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Only places we don't have it is inside the little kitchen area, that little circle. That's the safe zone, the demilitarized zone.
For now, right?
And of course, in my daughter's room, of course. But everywhere else in the house, even in the bathrooms, we have like stuff.
So when somebody comes over and they're not really into that type of thing, what do they have to say about it? Anything like weird they say, or what?
They're like, "Man, this is cool." I'm like,
cool.
"Thanks,"
Yeah, usually that's usually the response I get to. A lot of times, if they're not a part of like the toy community, they're like blown away that the shit even exists.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I had some contractors when we redid our living room last year. We had contractors come over, and sometimes I leave the door open, sometimes I don't. And they walk by and they're like, "Oh my God, you collect Star Wars?" And they looked in there like, "Oh my God." They just go crazy looking at everything.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, "Can I take pictures?" I'm like, "Go ahead."
Yeah, I'm sure, man. You guys all on that show have awesome backdrops. Like everything you guys have is really, really cool. Like custom stuff and busts, and it blows you away when you see this stuff. It's pretty cool, man. I'm trying to get there. I'm getting there. I did bring a couple that came over yesterday to. We were kind of interviewing them to have them watch our dogs when we go away because
cool.
I lost my dad recently. He was my person that watched my dog when we go away, so we had to find another way. Oh, thank you. We had to find another way to get someone to watch them. And then we were talking about where we were going. I told him I was going to ICCC, and he was like, "Oh, I love Star Wars." And I said, "Well, follow me." And I took him up to the room and I showed him. He was like, "Holy shit!" So yeah, it was cool. Like he appreciated it too. So that's a good feeling too when you get to show somebody who actually likes this stuff and shares the interest.
Absolutely.
Sure. Yeah. So that bus
Oh
back
yeah.
there, Boba Fett, that thing's pretty cool. And the Jabba next to it, I'm in love with. I always wanted that, but
Yeah. Yeah. All
yeah,
from
I'm working on
Sideshow.
that.
So
Yeah.
I just moved it over there because I'm actually going to build a diorama for what's under it. So
Mhm.
you see, there's a Rancor under it.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Let me see if I can zoom in on this real quick. Bust out my remote here. But there's a Rancor from Gentle Giant down there with the
Mhm.
Rancor Keeper. And what
Yep.
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build like just a Rancor pit, out of pink foam. That way it looks like it's under Jabba.
Oh yeah, that'd
Yeah.
be cool.
Yeah.
Hell
That's
yeah.
cool.
I used to have this on this side of the wall, but you can never see it. So I was like, let me move this over there so it can actually, be on screen when I'm on the air.
Yeah.
And then like below it, you can't really see below it, but there's just more like Jabba stuff down there. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love all that Return of the Jedi stuff.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I
Just freaking fantastic scenes.
I got to get
A lot of
that
the
Jabba
creatures.
sometime. I just got to bite the bullet and get it. Maybe after ICCC. I see
Yeah.
Jason's going. Yeah, we have to link up down there. J2SO is going. That'll be
Oh,
cool to meet him.
nice.
Yeah, hopefully we can link
Hell
up.
yeah.
Yeah. We
Oh,
just
Joel's
booked our
going too.
we just booked our room yesterday. I know Colin already did his. I can't wait because me and Colin actually never met in person either. So
Oh, really?
yeah, so that'll be cool to meet up and go do a hunt or 2 or 10, check things out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I'm like the Stan Lee in my group. I think I've met everybody, but everybody hasn't met each other.
nice.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Like I met Jeff and J2SO. I met we hung out a few times here in Orlando because he's out of like Clearwater area.
Hmm.
So we met up with Jeff Sage. He's out of New Hampshire. I met up with Scotty Keys. He's out of San Diego. I met up with Joel Hazy in Anaheim at the Star Wars Celebration.
Hmm.
And of course,
Yeah,
my buddy Duback, that's on the show too. I've known him for years, so we've been
yeah,
friends forever.
yeah.
Gives you a reason to go out of these different states and stuff now,
Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you get to
It
see
makes
people.
it makes it so much fun because like even last year at ICCC, like I was relatively green. I didn't know anybody down there. I did see like Sleeping Collectibles. I saw like Seth and Big Dub
Oh, I
and
saw.
OG Geek and all those guys. But
Yeah,
even the people that we didn't know each other from the next person, and we just had such a big group that hung out every day and every night in the courtyard and just over the same interests, and it felt like we knew each other for years. So it'll
it's
be
fun,
so
right?
cool to, yeah, it's
Yeah,
actually, I had the time of my life, man. I say it all the time. I tell them, man, I was like a kid in the candy store, dude. I loved it. I
I
can't
love
wait till some of
cons.
these other guys get to experience that this year.
Yeah,
So
man.
back to the autographs and stuff when you're at these conventions, because I usually never deal with going and meeting celebrities and stuff. I don't know. I have met a couple. So how long does it take you to get through like one of them lines?
I cheat, man. I buy VIP passes,
Wrong
That's the way
person.
to
so
do it. Yep.
it doesn't take me long at all. So I can like if like last year I don't know, I had a lot of like famous people like A-listers.
Hmm.
I think I got all my autographs at MegaCon in less than an hour.
So
Damn.
that's the way to do it then, hey?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you pay a little more, but you save a lot of time to do other things.
Right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's one of
Absolutely.
the biggest reasons why, it just was a turnoff to me. Like, yeah, I would love to go shake this person's hand and get their autograph and stuff, but it's like, do I give up the whole day standing in a line, or do I
It
go in and do
sucks.
a show?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Or you can just do like me and my buddy Scott did at the Monster Mania Con last year, and we just beelined as soon as we got there. I mean, we're two bigger people, and we were flying down that hall like just to get in line, and it worked
Had
out.
to.
He knew what he was doing. It worked out.
Well, that's
I
fine
like
if you're meeting one person, but like, let's
right.
say you go there and they got half the cast of Walking
Yeah,
Dead there, and you want,
yeah,
you have plans to get everything. You're
yeah,
still gonna have to.
yeah.
You might
Like,
get through one line fast, but you're still
yeah,
gonna have to be stuck in
Yep.
line all day.
yeah. We had
Yeah.
a specific we had a specific group we wanted, and it was the Terrifier group. But if I wanted Robert Englund, which I did, but his line was just so long, it was ridiculous. Freddy Krueger's line was just like
Always,
outrageous,
man.
man. But I'll get him eventually, hopefully.
I want to get him too, man. So like a funny story about Robert England. I went to Granada Hills High School,
Okay.
and he's an alumni from there, and I always try to use that line to like get him to like to be like on something, you know.
Yeah.
And it's hard to get a hold of that guy, you know.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I even mailed him stuff before in the past. I'm like, hey,
Mhm.
can you sign this for me? You know, and just
Yeah.
mail it back. You know, we both went to Granada. You hook a Granada alumni up.
Yeah. There you go. That's funny. Yeah.
It's
His
hard to
line was
like
ridiculous.
to just get to him, man.
Mhm.
He's just so still wanted, right? He's still alive, so people want to get his autograph and you know
Right.
get to meet him. Yeah. Nightmare on Elm Street is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a big horror guy besides Star Wars, so that's my two loves for main and wrestling. But I'm starting to fall out of wrestling purchasing anyway. I still watch it, but I'm just falling out of. I mean, the figures really don't do anything for me anymore. It's just like they're mass produced and they go on sale really quickly. So there's no sense in going out buying them right away because they're going to go on clearance real quick anyway. But I just fell off of
Yeah.
those a little bit.
Yeah, wrestling comes and goes, man. It's like
Yeah.
it's whatever's in right now. So
Yeah.
what's the new wrestling organization that's selling like crazy?
AEW.
AEW, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'm
that
not
stuff
much
you
for
can't
them,
even
but-
keep it on the shelves anymore out here.
Yeah, a lot of people try to find those chases, and I was doing that for the longest time, but I just I gave up on even worrying about those damn things either. I'm not collecting them much anymore. If I come
Yep.
across one, I might snag it, but I don't know.
And I think Orlando here is a big wrestling area too,
Mhm.
because they have the training centers, you know.
Mhm.
So you can't find all that stuff around here on the shelves.
Yeah.
You go to Target, the whole like wrestling stuff, WC or WWE and
Mhm.
AEW is all empty all the time.
hmm Yeah.
Because I always try to look for stuff for friends because they're like, hey, is this available in your area? I'm like, I don't know. Let me go look.
Yeah. No, we do that for each other too. I know me and Colin, we always look out for each other, but Maryland's not a good spot for trying to make your friends happy, man, because we usually get our shit last. Like things that he had for months, we still don't have. But things that he wants, I'm like, yeah, you're asking the wrong guy. I guarantee you they don't have them, but I still look.
I usually find, surprisingly, it's pretty good here for finding collectibles in Milwaukee. We
Yeah,
might
I'm gonna-
there's times we might get stuff a little bit like, I mean, we don't even get it that much later, you know. Obviously California's going to get the shit first and Florida's going to get it first, but
yeah.
surprisingly it's pretty good here for finding stuff. I'll ask Joe to look for stuff and then I usually find it.
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, that's good.
So, my boss wants to know: are you close to Super Gabby's storage unit in Orlando at all?
It's
Have
not
you
too
ever heard
far.
of that?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the biggest like wrestling collector ever.
Yeah.
So
it's crazy
Gabby, he knows people in the wrestling industry. So he gets stuff like all his stuff signed if you want it signed.
Yeah.
He has like replica belts, you know, all the figures, like stuff all the way back from the 80s, you know, from the original WWF days.
Yeah, he
Dude
has
is
an
awesome.
Yeah, I would love that. I messaged him on Instagram. I said, when I get to Florida to visit or move, if I could talk my wife into it, you're the first stop. Like I'm coming to them storage units, and that will get me back into wrestling a little bit. Some of the shit he
Oh,
has
yeah.
in there is like the nostalgic stuff that I like the Hasbro's and I haven't bought a belt yet, but like I think some of the belts are pretty cool to display too.
They look cool, but
Yeah.
yeah. Wrestling's not my thing. I think when I was
Mhm.
younger, back in the 90s, even when I was in the military, I used to
Mhm.
love wrestling because when you're overseas, that's all they show is wrestling,
Right.
you know, on the military channels.
Well, it
But
was so much better back then. I mean,
It was.
oh yeah,
it's changed so much now. Like
Yeah. for
I,
sure.
I don't know. It's fun
it's
to
hard to
watch
keep
with
up.
your buddies and stuff. Like, you know, they do these live watch things, and I did one with them, and it was fun. I had a good time, but I don't think I'll be sitting there watching it by myself anytime soon.
Yeah, we're gonna do WrestleMania watch along on our channel with
Dope.
with a couple other people. It should be fun. We're gonna do it for the big four pay-per-views. or try to from here on out.
Are those
George,
free on Peacock, or do you still have to pay for those, like the WrestleManias?
I got Peacock, so everything's like free. It just comes along with
Sweet.
the cable service. I'm really
So
close to getting rid of cable and just paying for Peacock on the side though, because
it's
I don't watch.
better, dude.
Yeah, I don't watch cable at all. I just watch certain. I watch YouTube more than anything, and then like that like apps like HBO Max and Netflix and whatnot. But George is here. Thanks for joining, brother. And
Oh shit, the
Duckman
DeLorean.
Dioramas. Yeah.
Let me play my boy's song right here. Yeah, what's up, George? Before you guys get copyright claim.
There you go. Yeah, I got a couple of them. Fucking Walmart. But, yeah. It's hard to avoid sometimes, and you don't really
Oh, it
think
is.
about it, It's just like, damn. But
It's hard, man. Everything's a copyright claim these days.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, sometimes it's a little ridiculous, but
Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to make money off your music or anything, dude. It's just like cool music, and I want to put it to work, to
Right.
my Instagram post or whatever, And
especially like if you're filming a video, like you walk in the store and
Yep.
it's playing over the loudspeaker, like really, come on, you can barely even hear it in my video just because you catch a line here and there, like you're gonna hit me with copyright. Like, come on.
Yep.
Yeah, there was one store I went into. It was it's like an antique type bookstore, but they sell a lot of Star Wars figures. It's in Havre de Grace, Maryland. And I went there. I think it was one of my later. I haven't done a video in a while, but it's one of my last ones that I've done. But they had the religious music blaring, and I'm like, oh, I got an image to behold here. I can't have this, so I had to like dub over it with some of the YouTube music. So, but it was really loud, man. It was hard to concentrate. I'm like, guys, you gotta turn that shit down. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, whew, it's too loud, man.
So if you didn't have Star Wars, what do you think your collection would look like?
Well, if I didn't have Star Wars and if I wasn't married, I probably have like horror shit all over the house. Cause my wife, she hates it. She's super Catholic.
Mhm.
It terrifies her. Like if she knows I'm watching like The Exorcist in this room, she won't sleep, even though she's not even in the same room with me.
Yeah.
So
That's
like I love Friday, the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, all the doll movies. Man, I can't think of it right now. I'm already too buzzed.
Child's Play. Yeah.
Yeah, like Child's Play. Oh, Child's Play, Chucky. Yeah.
Did you watch Megan at all? Did you watch the
Not
new one?
yet. I heard it sucked, man.
It
Everybody
did.
says it's
Yeah.
garbage.
It was garbage. It was garbage. I didn't like. I mean, that's my opinion.
I'll probably wait until it's on on Netflix or something. Or
It's on Peacock now, I believe.
is it?
Free,
Yeah, I think it's on Peacock now. Yeah.
Oh,
that's where I
I'll
watched it.
watch
I
it
wasn't gonna pay
tonight
for
then.
it. It was trash. I mean, it's another one of those movies where they should have ended it 15 minutes before they did, and it might have been a little bit better. And then they went too far. Just like Terrifier 2. We loved it, but the end was. Did you watch that yet? Terrifier 2? Or
No, not yet. No.
It's good up until a point, and then you're like, all right, end it here, but they don't, and then it gets to be a little outlandish, and you're like, they just went away from
man,
everything
that
they've done.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
if you like old slasher movies,
Hell yeah.
you'll love Terrifier.
All right.
Too.
I'm gonna check that out.
They probably have the best kill scenes in any horror movie ever made.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Pretty gruesome.
Like the recent Halloweens have been a disappointment, man.
Oh,
yeah. And the
I
last
haven't even watched
Texas
last one
Chainsaw
because
Massacre.
everybody said it sucked. I'm like, I'm not even bothering.
Don't watch the last Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It almost ruined my whole life. Like that's my favorite. That's my favorite movie of all time, the original. And this last one, I mean, it was beyond trash. I couldn't believe how bad it was.
Oh man.
Yeah, not to mention like the political shit that's in it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they always start that too. But anyway,
it's in everything now, man.
I know.
Yeah, you can't escape anything now. You try, but there it is, right in your face.
You just go back to making movies for entertainment,
Right. I know, man. That's why we watch these things, right? To get out of like current events and all the bullshit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry for the French there.
Oh, you can cuss on here. We don't give a fuck.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
All that fucking figures. So am I reading this right? George, is he at Disney now? He just said he got off of the roller coasters.
He's at Universal. I think,
oh, Universal. Yeah, I read that. Yeah, Universal. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I'm waiting on furniture, so I didn't get a chance to meet him up yesterday.
Yeah, you guys are lucky, man. I love to be down there with all that shit around all the time.
Yeah, I've never been to Universal or anything. I'm trying to take my son like maybe next year.
Yeah, I went to Disney and Universal down in Florida twice, and I loved it. It's been about 10 to 13 years since I've been there, so I'm sure a lot's changed.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm
Oh
taking
man,
my son so I can take him to enjoy it.
yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah,
go down to Galaxy's Edge.
He
yeah,
doesn't know that I'm going for myself.
yeah, yeah.
Universal is dope, man. If you haven't been here in like 10, 15 years, it's different.
I think my last time that I was there was like 2009 or 10, if
Oh,
I'm
it's
not
changed a
mistaken.
lot since
Yeah,
then, man.
that and
Both
Disney. I want
parks,
to get back down
even the
for
Disney
sure.
parks have changed that much since then.
Yeah, I've
Yeah, I
never
guess.
never been there.
Man, it's fun. That's
Come on
another place
down.
where I'm like a big kid, man. I can't like I'm just in awe. I'm walking around with a turkey leg and shit, you know.
Hell yeah.
You got to have a turkey leg,
When I
man.
go to Universal, I always get a turkey leg.
He's got
Yeah,
Always.
his,
yeah.
he's got his Mickey ears on.
Oh man, I don't even give a fuck. I'm not even gonna front. I do. I'm all decked out, man. I got it. It's fun. It's fun time.
You got to have the Mickey ears, right?
Yeah, the most important thing, you got to have some comfortable shoes, man, because it's a lot of walking, dude. A lot of
Oh, my
walking.
buddy Nicholas and his wife Candy, they're both. Nicholas is on our channel sometimes, and he's one of the admins on our Facebook group.
Hmm.
Him and his wife, they have a whole page dedicated to their Disney trips called Whip to Disney,
Hmm.
and they go to like Europe, to here, of course, the ones in the States, and that's all they do on their spare time is go to Disney.
Yeah,
It's like they come to Florida, like they go to the parks more than I do, and they
yeah.
live in like Mississippi.
Yeah, yeah. I watch Matt Cardona. The wrestler. He has his show on YouTube, but on Instagram, it's like every other picture they're at Disney again because they live right there in Orlando. And I'm
Right.
like so jealous that like, damn, they can go to Disney like I can go to Walmart. I mean, that's like they can just go anytime they want. It's ridiculous. I'm so jealous, man. Someday.
Yeah, I wish I can go more often. So we have a reservation system here, and the
Hmm.
passes we have, you have to like make reservations. So I
Hmm.
get a lot of blockouts.
Okay.
So I can go most days, but I have to make a reservation. I just can't go like on major holidays and end of the
Hmm.
year.
Hmm.
It's lame, man. The whole
Yeah.
reservation system. Universal, you don't have that.
Okay. Okay.
Universal, you get like the platinum pass, whatever it is, the one with the high parking, and then with all the parks, and you just go in. They don't care there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Disney, you have to make a reservation. Can I go this day? Oh, sorry, it's booked. And like,
Oh,
fuck.
Yeah. See, I'll put it in perspective. The last time I went, we actually got our park hopper passes from the Disney store at the mall, and they've been
Oh,
gone for a
nice.
while. Those stores. So it's been a while
Yeah.
since we've been there. 2010, maybe 2009. But
man, I
yeah,
used to love the Disney store. It was so cool going in there.
yeah. It just brings back all the nostalgia from
They
all
had
the
like
movies
little
you watched when you were a
statues and
kid.
stuff, or like the big life-size statues all over the place. Like that's how a toy store should be. It's just
Yeah.
walk.
Right.
Feels like
Yeah.
you're like warped into a freaking whatever.
It's like being
Hell
in
yeah.
DeLorean going back. Yeah.
It's like I don't know if you guys ever been to New York, but the FAO Schwartz out there.
Oh yeah,
And
Yeah, I have. I'm
that
only
place
like
is
2 hours
dope,
away
dude.
from New York. Yeah.
Makes you feel
Or,
like a kid again when you go in there.
or
Hmm.
like the Funko place. You ever see like the
I
Funko
want to go there so
with
bad.
the huge pops all over the place, and
Yeah.
like the jail from what do you call it? Suicide Squad and all the characters. I don't know if they might change it. I don't know. But the last time I saw like pictures of it, they had all that stuff in there. I was like, that's what Toys R Us should have done. They should have had like, you walk in, you go through like a Star Wars section, you feel like you're in Star Wars. And
Hell yeah.
Damn right.
that's how
Yeah.
I would run that shit. That would have been awesome.
I remember when
Yeah.
I went to New York to FAO Schwartz and they had the big piano that Tom Hanks danced
On the
on.
floor,
Big,
yeah.
yeah.
Second floor, yeah. But you
Yeah.
just dance
Yeah.
on it or whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It
And
should
then
be like an experience when you come, and
yeah. Like when I walked in and saw that, I actually pictured him dancing on it in the movie, and that kind of shit hits you. It's an awesome feeling when you see things like that in person.
Yeah, man.
It's fun.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I don't know. Like a lot of these companies, they don't get it. They just want to sell product.
yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit, we can't even get a shipper in Walmart that like goes along with the figures. They just throw them on the rack, and it's like it's all about the display to me. I love that shit. Like display it nicely. Let's make it feel a little bit better, and then you feel a little bit better about purchasing this stuff because a lot of it's
Right.
overpriced to begin with. That's why I shy
Yeah.
away from it now.
You order a collectible from Walmart, they send it to you in a plastic bag. I mean, that
Yeah,
tells you everything right there.
Oh, it's lame. Yeah.
That's why
Well,
I've been
even
trying to gravitate towards like the hot toys. And I'm like, if I'm going to pay $50, $60 for a toy, you know, a collectible or whatever you want to call it at Walmart, why am I not going to put the extra to it and get something that I'm really going to enjoy and display nicely?
Yeah, Hot Toys are freaking dope.
Yeah, I
Just they
love
come
them.
out with so much now. Like I
I
started
know.
collecting Hot Toys years ago, man, probably
Hmm.
like 2009 or 10,
Hmm.
and they were hard to find. Hey, what's up, Chris?
Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. Ricardo, thanks for joining.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like so hard to find, and back then they weren't releasing Hot Toys like they
Hmm.
were now. You know,
Oh
like now
yeah.
it seems like it's like a dozen every week they're dropping.
Yeah, this past week, man, I went to Heavy Mando. I don't know if I could find the original one. I'll take that. But this one doesn't come out till 2024. I'm a little bit impatient.
I
So,
think that's like the same time I started collecting Hot Toys, around the same time you did. And
mhm.
I remember when I found Sideshow collectibles, I didn't even think about like 112 scale or anything anymore. The only thing that brought me back into buying 112 scale figures is when NECA started doing the Toon Turtle line. Once that's done with, I'm going back to just Hot Toys and Sideshow purely. Because I mean, you get that the face sculpt and everything. It's like, how can you settle for something less? You
It's
know?
hard, man, to go back to anything else. Yeah.
Yeah, because when you open the Hot Toy, man, it's just so many accessories there. I just got the Chrome Mando Deluxe off of Josh Pence, and when I opened it, I'm like, man, this has got 3 layers of accessories,
Right.
and there's so much stuff to come with it. And
Yeah.
for for 300 and some odd dollars, I'd rather buy that than like I don't want like the things at Walmart, like even the NECA. I just feel like NECA's gotten a little cheaper over the years. Like they're fragile pieces of plastic anymore. I've broken multiple of those just taking them out of the package.
I don't know. I don't break.
I'm just a bull in the china shop, I guess. But I've heard people say they feel like that plastic they use is a little more brittle than it used to be. I don't know, but
I haven't bought a
I,
NECA figure in a while. I think the last one I bought was the quarter scale Deadpool.
mhm.
Those things are freaking dope. Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah,
I like the
that is a
horror
cool
ones.
figure.
The horror ones, and then the crossover turtles with the monsters. I've kind of like those.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah, J2SO says he saw people offloading the Heavy Mando.
oh yeah, if he sees that,
Yeah,
maybe
we've
he can
seen a
share
lot
it
of
with me
those
because I'll.
people opening those up on Instagram lately. But
Yeah,
like I've said before, you'll never forget opening your first Hot Toy.
Oh
mm-mm.
yeah, dude.
You know,
No,
like I remember the smell and everything. I remember it coming to my front door. I remember everything about
that
opening.
smell, that wonderful smell. I love that smell when you open that damn hot
And I
dog.
mean, every time, and then even ever after that, every Hot Toy you open, it's
Mhm.
an experience. I mean, I don't nothing
Yep.
more you can say about it.
Yeah, and for me, like I bought my first one down ICCC this past year. Actually, I've had one shipped to the house, and I bought one down there. So I know those two are probably not the best ones I have, but they mean the most to me because I actually, like I said, I had the time of my life there, and it was just a memory for me now. So those two will never leave my collection. So it's fun to open for sure.
Yeah. I started collecting 1/6 when Sideshow was doing the Scum and Villainy line.
Hmm.
And the Boba Fett was the first thing I ever owned. And I opened it up. I was like, holy shit. Like the details on this and everything it came with was just badass. I was like, everything else looked cheap to me, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Once you open it, you're like, damn. You put it next to something else from like this, Target or Walmart, and you're like, big difference. No wonder they
Oh,
cost this
hell
much.
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm waiting for a new Commander Gree. I had the Sideshow one, but I want him to do a new one.
Yeah, it's overdue, man.
Yeah, seriously, I love Commander Gree. I don't know.
They
It's
need like Baccarat. They need a lot of those named commanders
yeah.
on the Hot Toy line. Because the Sideshow ones are cool, but they're just like, they're old or overpriced.
hmm
I did just buy I mean, it's been a couple months now, but I picked up that Sideshow Mythos Boba Fett,
Oh,
the
nice.
6 scale one. I love it. He's got all this
That's dope.
lightsabers hanging from his belt and stuff.
Yeah,
Really fucking cool.
it's cool.
that's a cool piece.
I
Yeah.
kind of wish they would make a better General Grievous. The ones that they've had out, I've heard a lot of issues with. I just wish they would make a
That's George.
yeah. Oh, I
He's
know. I
gonna
watched his video. I know. I know.
he's
He
gonna
was
go
like, "What the fuck is this? It's falling
he's gonna go
apart."
on a
And
rampage right now.
it was probably like one of the funniest ones he's done because I'm sitting there like, "Damn, this guy, like this shit's falling apart."
Sounds
Like,
like he's on a roller coaster high right now.
I know,
yeah,
right?
damn.
Yeah, that Grievous man is just Sideshow sucks. They just need to stop doing figures.
It probably is a hard one to do. But I mean, for that much money, you got to get it down pat before you release it. It's just
Right.
not a good
Yeah.
product right now. But
Yeah, I think probably Hot Toys would do a better job if they gave up that part of the
Yeah.
license.
hmm
Because I think the Hot Toy figures, like, you know, it's hit or miss with Hot Toys. You know, some of the face sculpts are great, some of them are okay,
hmm
but I think the quality overall is still better, way better than Sideshow.
Yeah.
Like their bodies last forever on the Hot Toys.
Yeah.
The Fison bodies they use.
hmm
I don't know what Sideshow uses, man. You know, you know, pose them once and then they're loose forever.
hmm
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're definitely using a cheaper body, that's for sure.
Yeah. Something
Right.
going on
I don't
there.
know. I feel like Sideshow kind of has slowed it down in a while, you know, because they used to have tons of figures coming out, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see
it's
much
been a
of it.
while. Yeah, because they
I'm-
used to do a lot of pop culture stuff, and I think the last Star Wars figure they had was the Lando skiff guard. I think it's the last one I remember.
I know they still do some horror figures. I mean, they still do stuff, but it's not what they used to do.
Mhm.
Right.
For
I think
horror
they're turning
figures,
more
I
into a
tend-
distributor.
yeah,
Yeah.
horror figures. I tend to stay with Trick or Treat Studios. They do some awesome work with the horror.
Trick or treat, yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
There's
So
so many companies nowadays that are, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know, like Enterbay, and these are ones that are now.
Interbay's cool. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, you got people on Instagram now starting figure, putting out pre-orders and stuff, and some of the shit they're making is just amazing. Like, I can't even believe people can sculpt faces like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of them are doing printing, too now, but still, it's amazing to get that accurate of a likeness. It's almost, it's unbelievable.
I think I love a lot of the third party figures more than what the licensed people are making. Like So Toys makes a lot of good shit.
And you can tell they put their heart and soul into making them. It's just
Yep.
there's a big difference when you have a company doing it strictly for money over a fan, someone that loves the license or whatever and is actually doing it. It's night and day.
Right. It's like NYC and DMD, like on the Star Wars side. They do a freaking excellent job. Like that ATST and that Probe Droid. That's all NYC custom. It's
Okay.
custom. You buy them like it's like a crowd build, like a Kickstarter. They put this out there like, hey, who's interested, blah blah blah, and then you do pre-orders and they'll put up online for like 5 minutes and it's done.
Mhm.
Whoever gets them in those 5 minutes, you buy them and that's it.
Yeah.
And the quality on this stuff is amazing. It's like way better than you would get from a licensor, man. It's like night and day. Because you buy
Yeah.
shit that's licensed, like from Sideshow or anybody else, and you're like, dude, this shit sucks.
Yeah.
It's not even like accurate,
Right. Right. Gentle
You're
Giant's
paying
been
an arm
doing
and a
some
leg.
good like busts and stuff like that. The mini busts and all.
Right.
I got
Like
the
from
Cad
Gentle
Bane.
Giant.
Yeah, I got the Cad Bane Gentle Giant. Not the one where he's tipping the hat, the new one, the other one from the actual
From
show.
Mandalorian.
Actually it's from the Clone Wars, I think, or from
Oh, the
Bad
cartoon
Batch.
one?
Yeah.
Okay.
He had the two guns like this or whatever. So yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like there's only like 3,000 of them made. I actually saw
dope,
on
man.
George's channel. I'm like, shit, I got to stop watching George's channel because then I start finding out this stuff that I never knew existed.
This guy right here. Bam.
Yeah, that one. Yep.
Oh yeah, that's cool. I love that
nice.
character.
Yeah,
That's
that one's.
dope, man.
Yeah, I didn't get the one with the Toto with it. I just got the single. I just got him.
Yeah, the total was a web exclusive, so you had to get it on Gentle Giant's website.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
days they had it on sale.
You can get it on Amazon actually right now, but it's like $250. I really didn't need Toto with it. I mean,
That's-
I didn't feel like I needed him. So I think I paid under 100 for the Cad Bane. It was a good
Man,
deal.
that's
not
good,
bad.
dude.
Yeah, like $96 I think it was on Amazon.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm a Premier Guild member. I think I got it for like 100 and change.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah, that's a good deal. George was telling us about that. It's like
Yeah.
$150 a year, but you get a free statue.
Yeah, we're still waiting on the Vader from last year, the Ralph McQuarrie Vader.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I've ever gotten anything from Gentle Giant.
Oh man, Gentle Giant's creatures are amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I see them in your guys' videos. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm gonna have to jump on there. Yeah, because George was telling us about that. I mean, that's an awesome deal.
Yeah, I mean, it pays for itself. I mean, it's
Right.
kind of, not in comparison with the GameStop, yearly thing where you get you get the $5 a month for putting $15 or whatever it is, but it's a similar type thing. It makes its money back in no time.
Right.
Yeah, you get discounts on the website, and
Yeah.
you get the free gift because you're actually paying for it, but at a cheaper price.
Right.
Mhm.
But it's a good deal, man.
Hey, it sounds better that way, You get
Yeah.
Right.
It's
But-
actually their way of like getting you to keep coming back. So it's pretty smart on their part, but
Yeah.
it's good.
So yeah, but talking about like the licensing and the accuracy. So that Boba Fett looks cool from a distance. So that's supposed to be Return of the Jedi, but there is a lot of inaccuracies to it when you look
really?
look at it up close.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're like one of those collectors that like screen accuracy, you're gonna like hate that Boba Fett.
Mm-hmm.
Good to
But
know.
like me, like
Yeah.
I'm a collector, like I'm just happy that the stuff's available. So like I love that Boba Fett. It's like one of my favorite pieces. People like when I did the YouTube video for last year or 2 years ago, they're like, "Oh, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong," and I'm like, oh, "Okay, cool, whatever, thanks, thanks for pointing it out. I don't care."
Yeah.
Right. No, I feel that I feel the same way as you. Like, I love that this stuff is available, that we can get it. I mean, it's so back in the day, I never would have thought we'd have any of this stuff.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I want it screen accurate, but it doesn't have to be down to his damn, every hair on his head.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as long as you obviously love that piece, right?
Yep.
That's all that matters.
That's all that matters, man.
Fuck the rest,
Yep.
right? It is what it
Like
is.
I'll post like I don't do videos like I used to, but like I used to post like videos and people just talk a lot of crap, and
Yeah. They're
even
out
though
there.
I like the stuff, they're like, "Oh, this sucks," and blah
Yeah,
blah
and that's not
blah.
why
You
you're
don't know what
putting
you're
it out
talking
there.
about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting a video out for your opinion. You're entitled to it, but I mean, you don't have to bash it. I mean, it's just kind of crazy. You have to go through that shit.
Some people, that's all that they can't get through the day without being negative.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I mean, Joe, I read that guy's comment on that video,
Mm-hmm.
and his whole thing was if you have your collection set up nice, like how put them in glass cases and stuff, that you're not a collector, you're just a buyer. That
Yeah,
makes sense.
That pissed me off.
I take care of my collection and I present it in a good way, I'm not a true collector.
Yeah.
I mean, what
Like,
logic
you,
is
guy.
that?
Yeah, so what he's talking about is Nerdzoic did a room tour of my room, and he posted it last week, and I got a couple negative comments saying, that you're not a collector, you're just a buyer, blah blah blah, and I'm like, and I, a couple times there, I kind of responded, and then I deleted it because you know what, I'm like, I got to follow my own advice and not even worry about these dickheads, because if you want to argue in person, let's do it. But I'm not going to go on the internet and argue with you. And I might not even do it in person. I do this because I love it. I don't do this because, and I didn't go out there searching for somebody to do a room tour. He reached out to me and a few other people in the area. And it's just like, hey, if he thought enough of my collection that he wanted to see it and put it on his channel, I'm honored to do that. And he was a cool guy, and he respected what I was going through at the time while I was doing it.
Yeah, that was a great episode, man.
Well, thank you. Yeah, but you get the few negative comments, and I'm just like, you know what, dude? I think the guy, I think what his main thing was, he wanted to get out, was that he had a lot of money and he can buy whatever he wants, because he did mention that too. I can go out and buy whatever I want cash. Good for you, pal.
Like, let me see your collection then, dude.
Yeah. Don't hide behind the computer. Show your shit, man.
Right.
But anyway, fools like that, they don't deserve my time, and I had to delete the comments to actually take my own advice. And what me and Colin try to get out there on the show is ignore them kind of assholes. And I almost got sucked in because it was my first experience, but I kind of think about what we talk about, and I had to pull myself out of that mess before I got tangled up in an internet argument, which I don't really want to do.
I don't give them the time of day, and I even leave their comments there so everybody else can see how fucking stupid they are.
Exactly. That's exactly what I do.
Yep.
Yeah, I left it
Like,
there. I mean, it's not mine to take off. I could have reported it, but I'm not gonna. It is what it is, man. I don't care.
yeah,
I don't care what
I
he
used to
thinks.
do back in the day. I used to just do 1/6 scale
Mm-hmm.
YouTube videos. Like I deleted that channel a long time ago, but it was getting so toxic. That's why I took a break from YouTube. You know, from like 2017 to 2021, I didn't do any YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm off the grid. Fuck everybody because everybody's
Right.
so annoying. They're so toxic. But when my buddy Bruce died in 2021, in August of 2021, I was like, man, we were trying to find like videos and pictures and stuff, and just we didn't have anything. It was
Mhm.
hard. So I'm like, fuck, dude. I'm like, you know what? YouTube wasn't too bad. It's a way for me to do a journal and capture my life, and have happy things, things that I like.
Exactly.
And then like doing the Spice Runner show of my friends, now we have like a journal that continues. And so we're just having fun, hanging out,
Mhm.
talking to people, talking about what we like.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. And you
Oh
guys do an
yeah,
awesome job. I told you earlier, it's my favorite show now to watch. I'm not going to miss it if
oh man,
humanly
appreciate
possible.
it.
I'm definitely not going to miss it. You've been
I
definitely good to
appreciate you.
us, and I will return the favor. And I am going to watch that pretty religiously. It's a great show.
There's
yeah.
a species of Star Wars fan known as Toxic Dickheadius, but you don't see them in the movies. That's gonna
Yeah,
one in the
That's the
dictionary.
truth.
yeah, that should go in the dictionary.
Yeah.
Man, they are. That's why I left a lot of the Star
Mhm.
Wars groups, man.
Mhm.
Some of those people are just bad, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not the kind of person
Gatekeepers.
to look at a video or anything and just like pick it apart. Like, yeah, look, I may not like what you collect,
Right.
but I don't have to.
It's not
You
Right.
for
do.
me.
Yeah,
know?
it's you. You have to like it, and if you're
Yep.
proud of it, you're proud of it, and nobody can take away my love for Star Wars or horror. And if they're trying to, go fuck yourself, dude. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. I don't really
And
care.
like
You mean shit
the
to me.
stuff costs money. It's sometimes it's hard to get.
Mhm.
I'm like, cool, congrats, man.
Mhm.
Even though I don't like it, that doesn't mean
Right.
I'm gonna like rain on your parade.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm like,
if I liked
cool,
everything in your
congrats,
collection,
dude.
if I
Yeah.
liked everything in your collection, I don't know. There's probably something in there that I wouldn't like, and something here that you wouldn't like, and that's
Right.
okay.
Right.
But I respect it, and that's what
Oh
it's all
yeah,
about, man.
absolutely.
It's
And
fun.
that's as collectors, we got to respect each
Mhm.
other's, likes and or what we're in this hobby for.
Yeah.
And,
See, now
and
my blood
the
pressure's
common
going up
thing that
talking
we
about
have
these dickheads.
with all these collectors that we're collecting, right?
Yeah. Right.
That's
Yeah.
the common thing. We're all collectors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they've got the people in there just want to show off. Oh, I could buy whatever I want. Well, then go to the
Yeah, I don't
store,
like
pal, and
people
get
like
the fuck
that.
off my page. You know.
Usually
Yeah.
those are the people that can't buy whatever they want because
Probably.
Right.
Yeah. Probably.
if
Because
you
if I,
can, you're not bragging about it, you're not telling people about it, there's no reason to.
yeah.
Oh, when I built my 1/1 scale Revan, Darth Revan, oh my God, I posted a video on YouTube. I got so many haters are like, oh, you only built that because you couldn't afford the life size sideshow one that came out years ago. I'm like, what? I'm like, I built that shit because I wanted to build it, not because I couldn't afford anything else.
Right. And even
Yeah.
if that was the case, who gives a fuck?
Right?
I mean,
Like
what?
comments like that are so fucking annoying, dude.
I know. Those people, it's so annoying that you almost want to go hunt them down.
Right. Put them on the list. Be like
Right.
Sheldon Cooper. He's
Well,
on the list.
that was one. Hey, well, that was one of my comments. If you ever want to meet in person and talk about this, but then I deleted it because I'm like, you know what, dude, it's not even worth it, man. Fuck that. Fuck you. Get out of here.
But what's funny is like I've met a lot of people in person and they're all cool. Like
Mhm.
everybody's like nice, and I'm like,
Mhm.
wait a minute, weren't you this fucking same guy talking shit to me?
Very few people are tough in person as they are behind the keyboard. From
Right.
my
Well,
experience.
that's why they are keyboard warriors, because they
Yeah.
can't back it up.
Oh yeah.
If you notice something else too, is usually their profiles are all what do you call it?
Brand new.
No, they're like, you can't go see them. You got to be
Private.
They're
they're all
private.
Yeah.
And then as soon as they get done typing, they say, all right, Mom, I know dinner's ready. I'll be right up.
Meatloaf!
So,
Meatloaf.
yeah, meatloaf time.
That's funny.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's
anyway,
dope.
enough of the negative.
Yeah. Oh no, not the negative.
Yeah, let's talk about something good, not these dickheads anymore. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Do you have one, or do you just love them all?
Oh no, I don't love them all. I love the original trilogy. So
Right.
so of course I'm gonna go with the original Star Wars, what's called The New Hope now.
Hmm.
I love that movie. But the first movie I ever saw was Return of the Jedi because of my age. You know, I
Okay.
was like 7 years old when Return of the Jedi came out, and that's the first one I remember.
Hmm.
And my dad being like he used to watch Star Wars, so when he went to watch Return of the Jedi, he was disappointed. And like
Okay.
me, I was all happy, and he's like, pissed off about the Ewoks and all this other
Hmm.
shit.
Hmm.
He's like, "This is a kid movie. It sucks," and blah blah blah. And if he's watching it, sorry, Dad, I'm talking shit. Yeah, but but I loved it. And then later on, of course, my dad was a techie, and I think that's where I got it from. He got like a Betamax player, and he got like the Fox movies, from he got the Star Wars movie and then the Empire movie. And then when I saw Star Wars for the first time, I was just like, holy shit, like Vader was scary to me as when I was younger. And the whole like intro with the Tantive, four where he was like coming on looking for Leia. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Hmm.
And that original movie is like what stuck to me. Like I like Empire, don't get me wrong. Empire is great war movie, like
Hmm.
great scenes, everything about that the filming is fantastic. But the New Hope is like my favorite because it's pretty much the introduction to the universe for everybody.
Hmm. Yeah, definitely. Your least favorite, and then your
Oh
least
my
favorite character.
fucking
Mega Demon
God,
wants to know
dude.
that.
Last Jedi was fucking awful, man. Like Last Jedi was the
Mhm.
worst movie I ever seen in my life. It's like I went with my wife and my daughter to watch it, and I walked out here. I was like, I don't know if I like this movie.
Yeah,
And my wife was like, "What?"
it wasn't the greatest, to be honest. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's like, "What? You didn't like that?"
Hmm.
She's like, "You were like just staring at it, like into it." I'm like, I was looking at it because I was like, "What the fuck is going on?" I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm like, "What happened to Luke? Why is he such a bitch?" And I just didn't
yeah.
like it. The only scene I liked,
He's the Disney Luke.
right, right.
Yeah.
The
Well, that
only
was
scene I liked, which they fooled us on, was when he he was like a projection, finding Kylo Ren
oh yeah.
on the Salt Planet, and I was like, "Oh, this is fucking dope." But it was a fake, and I was like, "Oh, they fucking faked us with this
Mm.
bullshit projection." I was like, "God damn it!"
Yeah.
And the movie was just garbage.
Yeah, I kind of delete that one from the thing. I don't count that. That never happened.
I
Never
hope they
happened.
do something about that
Hmm.
with Ahsoka Tano with the time travel or whatever they do.
Yeah.
They need to delete that one from Star
Well,
Wars history.
they
Yeah.
did that, in my opinion, with the Boba Fett show too. Like, what the fuck did they do to Boba Fett? They
Boba
totally
Yeah.
fucking
Biatch.
so
Yeah.
dirty.
They pussified him. Yeah. But I still enjoyed the show. But they did make him feel like he was.
There's
And
good
then not only
parts
that,
to
but
it.
like when you get to like the end, the last few episodes, it kind of just like, what's going on? Like, I
Mhm.
totally lost interest.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
give the series a pass because it is Boba Fett.
Yeah.
But I
That's
was
what I
very
do.
disappointed with it.
My
Yeah.
wife and I, so my wife's a great supporter, love her to death. And she's like, all right, let's watch Book of Boba Fett. After, like George and I, we on Hyperdrive, we went like 8 weeks straight talking about it. And I already knew how much it sucked. So she was because she's a binger. So she wanted to wait until it's finished to watch it. 2 episodes into it, she's like, I'm done. You can't watch this crap.
Well, like
Yeah.
we all think about that. All the Boba Fett's like one of the most loved characters in the
Oh,
Star Wars.
yeah.
We finally get something about Boba Fett, and like it's just about Boba Fett, and they go and fuck it up.
They fucked it all up because the Boba Fett we saw in Mandalorian was badass.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, kicking ass, badass.
Yeah. Yeah. He was just too forgiving of a bounty hunter for me, man. He was just
And then
like
this
too
guy,
laid back.
he's a bitch. He's
Yeah.
like he could have threw one of the fucking lizard people. What the fuck are they called again? I'm so drunk already. It's too early. But he could have threw him in the freaking Rancor pit when they were doing the mob meeting, the mob boss meeting. And
Mhm.
okay, if you don't want to participate, go ahead and do your own thing,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. So the next question here, Mega Demon wants to know. There's a lot of characters, so it's pretty. I don't know if it's easy for you to narrow this down. Who's your least favorite character of
Least
any Star
favorite?
Wars? Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to get on the Jar Jar bandwagon because he's not my least favorite. Man, so it has to be from the fucking sequels, man. Like I love the Kylo Ren design,
Mhm.
but his fucking character sucks balls, man. Like they made him into such a like emo bitch, you know.
Oh yeah, I could agree with that.
That's a good answer.
Like,
You know, like I kind of agree now, and you made me think about it. But yeah, he was.
I love the design, dude. The design was fucking badass. You know, I
Mhm.
like the Knights of Ren. I love
Mhm.
the artwork. I love
Mhm.
the way he looks. But the character is just such a bitch. You know, it's
Right.
like fuck.
Mhm.
Well, that was like what's her name in the why am I having a block this morning? What's the other the Jedi show?
A cartoon?
No, it's brand new with Ewan McGregor.
Oh, Kenobi?
Kenobi.
Oh
That's like
yeah.
the chick from that one.
Oh, the third sister?
Yeah.
Oh
She's
man, she had
so
so
great.
much promise.
Yeah, same thing. Like just all
They
about
fucked her
like
up.
yeah. I
Mhm.
just can we get past that kind of character already? Like
Yep. Yeah,
That
they
was
went
my
down the
that
emo
was my
route with
favorite.
her.
That's my favorite version of Darth Vader, though.
Oh,
I
that
wa-
Vader was fucking dope,
yeah,
dude.
he did a really good. That was really one of my favorite
Fucking
versions of him,
sinister,
man.
man. Fucking
Yeah,
evil.
yep.
yeah, that's what you need. Like not the forgiving shit. Like
I love
you
that
know,
shit when he was going down that village and just fucking cracking
yeah. If
heads.
you're a
Like,
heel, you're a heel. Fuck that.
yep.
You know, no mercy, right?
Like crack, crack.
hmm Yeah, he's
Yeah.
my favorite version of Darth Vader for sure. That one was. Yeah. So we got breaking news. J2SO, he said that your whole kitchen's done in the Last Jedi. So I don't know, man. Like,
Busted. Busted.
busted, huh?
No, fuck
Um,
that shit.
yeah,
The
Kylo Ren.
Last
I did
Jedi.
buy the Kylo Ren helmet because I love the helmet. It's cool. Like when I came across that helmet for a good deal, I bought it because I love the helmets. But yeah, I guess you're kind of right. I didn't really think about it. He was not very good of a character when you think about it.
Well, I got the statue and a helmet here from so I got the statue from Sideshow and I got the original Hasbro Black Series helmet.
That's the one I
And
got.
but I bought this before I knew what the character was gonna
hmm
end up as
hmm hmm
because I like the design. The design is badass, you know, as a statue, it's fucking badass. But the character just sucks, man. I was hoping for more. I was hoping for someone evil, someone else gonna like just fucking cause havoc and be a real villain. And he was just like a confused little bitch. And then they made him, Ben Solo, which I was like, well, really? They made him a Solo, instead of a Skywalker, because Ben Skywalker was in the books, the real son. I was like, oh, this fucking shit
Sometimes you
sucks.
wonder who they put in charge or writing this shit.
Wrong person.
Yeah, and I mean that happens in
Go
all
there.
everything. I mean,
but then you got Rogue One that was well written, and it's my
Fantastic.
yeah, exactly, my favorite one of probably all of them because it leads. Because when you watch the first Star Wars, I'm almost 50 years old, so when I watched the first Star Wars, I was about 4 or 5, and like I'm like, as I got older, I'm like, what fucking plans? And then when it goes back to Rogue One, now you know where these plans, where it all came from, and when they had the empty seat in the big meeting on Star Wars, that was the guy who got killed in Rogue One. It all led to each other, and they did a really good job. That's my favorite one of all of them, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, Rogue One is fantastic. Like
Yeah.
out of all the new Disney stuff, I
hmm
love Rogue One, man.
hmm
oh yeah.
Fucking fantastic
It's probably the
movie.
best one Disney did since they took over, I think.
So
Yep, absolutely.
how did you feel about the first episode of Mandalorian season 3?
Oh, dude, I loved it.
Yeah,
I
me
was
too.
pissed off it was so short.
I
Yeah,
know.
that was the only thing I didn't like about it was how short it was. But I thought it was a great intro to the third season.
When's
Oh,
the
it was
second one come out?
fantastic. The second episode?
Yeah.
Isn't it next Wednesday?
Is
Yeah,
it
I
every
think
Wednesday? Is that what it is? Yeah.
Yeah, every
Okay.
Wednesday.
I was kind of like getting ready to sit there and watch them all, and I'm like, "Fuck, this ain't Netflix. I can't do that here. They're gonna
yeah.
release them one at a time." I was
You
pissed.
gotta wait every week. That's how they get you on a subscription.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they need to lengthen that a little bit though. That's just way too short.
Yeah, it was too short, man.
Yeah, I felt like most of them were usually over an hour. That one, unless I was just really excited to see it and it went by really super fast and it was an
Oh,
hour. I don't know.
they cut the episode down.
Yeah, I think they're all under 40 minutes.
Yep.
How about
Yeah,
Bad Batch, the second season? Did you watch that?
Fucking Bad Batch has been garbage, man.
You think? Yeah,
Oh,
I hear
dude.
that
I
from a lot
think
of
there's like
people.
3 or 4 good episodes.
Yeah.
That sucks.
I
like
kind of
the
enjoyed it just because I like that group. I don't know, and
I like the Cody episode was good.
mhm.
I like the one with this last one was good with the Republic Commandos. That was fucking fantastic. Spoiler if you haven't watched it.
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, we do spoilers here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
I
like
was
it,
like,
get
holy
out.
shit, Republic Commandos. I was like, fuck, this is dope. It was like
Yeah.
Republic Commandos, King
Yeah.
Kong, and I don't
Yeah.
know. That's like all the references that I saw in there. That was a good episode. But yeah, Bad Batch has been disappointing, man. I'm tired of Sid. I'm tired of all the side missions.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it could have been written better. I think if they would have kept it with the darker storyline, it would have been cool.
Mhm.
But
Then
they've
again,
just
Disney,
gone all
yeah.
over the place with that
Mhm.
story. You know, we had like an Indiana Jones episode like 2 episodes ago. Like I think right before the Super Bowl, we had 2 episodes back to back. The Clone Conspiracy and the one that followed that one,
Mhm.
fantastic. Those 2 episodes were fantastic. When we saw the Emperor,
Yep.
but everything else has just been fluff, man. Like I like the Gunji episode. That was cool. 'Cause I like Gunji from the Clone Wars cartoons.
Okay. Yep.
But I was just like, man, I'm like, what the fuck are all these side missions? Why are we doing more racing? I'm like, I don't want to see no more racing. That's like fucking Phantom Menace shit, you know?
There were definitely a lot of side missions for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every episode.
Like, I think they need to stop hiring their family members and actually start hiring actual talented writers and actors and stuff nowadays. I mean, if
hell
you
yeah.
now in Hollywood, even the upcoming actors, they're all people that are related to somebody in the business already. Like,
Yeah.
there's probably so much. They're not probably. There is so much talent out there, and all we're stuck with there's so and so's niece, so and so's nephew. Let some actual talented people take the reins on this stuff. It's getting old. Like,
It's not what you
hard,
know, it's
man.
who you know anymore, I guess.
Yep. It's hard, man. Like I think a lot of us can probably write a better story, but it's hard to get into that industry.
oh yeah,
Like me, I'm a fan of a lot of the fan films out there. Like some of that shit out there is way better than what Disney's pushing out.
oh yeah.
Mhm.
That's why I'm
Not to
like, man, I
mention,
wish
we
a
don't
lot
need
of
to
this stuff is in movies. Yeah.
We don't need a political fucking message in
Jimmy.
everything we watch either.
Right.
Like, that's getting old too.
And the sad part, there's a blueprint out there, right? There's all these years of books. There's like over 40 years of books, out
Mhm.
there, from the 80s on to now. And Disney hasn't been using none of that as a blueprint to write their stories.
Hmm.
They come out with all this new shit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you get when you get Disney. They got to water everything down, I think, because they have
Yeah, they got to make their money,
children.
man.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all about that money. Doesn't
Mhm.
Nothing else matters.
Yeah. So what conventions are you guys going to this year? I know we started off with that earlier.
Right now, I'm next week. I'm going to a Monster Mania Con in New Jersey,
Dope.
in Cherry Hill, and then ICCC. I just booked my room and waiting to hear back on the press pass. If I don't get that, then I'll just get like a regular pass or the VIP. I don't know. We'll see.
Sweet.
Hopefully, I can get that. But yeah, other than that, that's all I got planned like coming up right now. But I'm sure other things will come around. For sure.
I'm gonna do C2E2 in Chicago.
Oh, that's gonna be great, man.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's gonna be really good. I swear to God, every year C2E2 gets bigger and better.
Yeah.
I remember
I'm gonna
going,
try
and
that.
it was damn near like my local Comic-Con, and now it's huge.
Hmm.
Going to ICC, got that all booked and set up, and then anything that's going here in Milwaukee. But then the next year, I really want to hit either San Diego or New York, preferably New York. But
Yeah. I wouldn't mind doing MegaCon next year. I know it's.
Come on down.
Yeah, I would love that, man.
yeah, that'd be fun too.
I might not come back.
MegaCon is fun, dude.
Eventually, I
Huge.
want to do like where. Eventually, I want to like travel and start hitting stuff in all these different states.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, man. You just gotta plan it right, have the time, and the fun, and But yeah, it should be fun. Should be a fun year. Hopefully, I'll hit some more up along the way. I'm sure later on in the year, but those two for sure right now.
I was reading in the comments. Yeah, Flex. I was with Star Wars Flex last year, and we we killed the convention with the autographs
Hmm.
because I had the VIP. Of course, we just kept going from booth to booth to booth.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's the way to do it, man. Like
Yeah.
press passes don't give you that kind of privilege.
Hmm. You do get a
Just-
lot with the VIP for sure. Like it's
Yeah.
$500 to go to ICCC for the whole 3 days.
That's not bad, dude.
But
with
when
the
you think of
VIP.
what's included, like you get, I think you get a couple passes or 3 passes for autographs. I think they choose what level autograph you can get. I mean, I don't think you're
Oh,
going to
really?
get Palpatine with that, but you're going to get other maybe cheaper autographs, maybe something
They
else.
still limit you.
Yeah, they limit you, but yeah, there's you get a lot for the 500. So if the press pass thing don't work out, then that might be the route I'm going to go.
Yeah, if you're an autograph collector, and that's for anybody like listening or watching, VIP is the way to go.
Hmm.
'Cause you
I'll be
cut the
honest with
line.
you though. Last year I had more fun at the pop up sales than I did actually at the convention itself.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, because the whole
Yeah, I was
lobby was
watching
like,
Josh
yeah,
Pence's videos and
Yeah.
watching those pop-up sales and
Yeah.
going to the room to room sales they were
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
Those look fun, man.
yeah. I met him down there. We talked for about half an hour. He was a pretty cool guy to talk
Oh,
to.
Josh is fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, and
Like a nicest guy you ever meet. Yeah.
yeah, and all these people walking around, man. I'm kind of marking out like shit. I watch these guys all the time. There's Big Dove. There's Josh, and it's pretty cool to see everybody. And Seth, talked to him and OG Geek. It was cool,
Oh,
man.
Seth is awesome.
Yeah,
Seth
yeah.
is the funniest guy you ever meet, man. So down to
Yeah.
earth. Yeah.
Yeah, we had him on here. It's like this hour went by so fast. That's how our hour with him went by so fast. It was just like, damn, we got to do this again because it just flew by. And that's the same with
Seth
you.
is
Hopefully we
awesome.
can get on here again.
Oh,
and talk some
absolutely,
more.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I know we're gonna have you guys on the show. April. Let me see, when is it again?
April 7th. Yeah. Welded F and
April
Figures and
7th.
Space Runners meet. Yeah. So that'll be
Hell
fun, man.
yes. So
Thank you.
bring a drink and get ready to get
Oh, I'll have my
smashed.
drink.
April 7th. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be fun. So thanks for having us on there. That'll be a good time.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a great time.
Mhm.
So,
Collecting was cool. Where are you? Are you from Illinois?
I think he's in Indiana.
Indiana?
Yeah.
That's not far.
Yeah, Brett's a cool dude. I don't know if you guys follow him on social.
I think I do.
Yeah, as of recent,
Yeah.
I popped up on my radar.
Yeah. I
Like
think the
General
same with
Kenobi's
me.
bunkers. He's fun. He's
Oh yeah, he's a
does
good
a lot of
dude.
Black Series stuff. He has a Spanish channel too now. He's crazy, man. Like it's what's funny is I met him in person too. Like I say, I keep saying I'm like the Stan Lee, Like I was at Anaheim Convention Center, and I was talking in a Toys That Made Us panel line for Celebration, and I was talking to George and I forget who else was with us. So I'm sorry who else was with us because it's early and I'm already drunk. But but we were talking, and then Jose, aka General Kenobi's bunker, turns around. And he's like, "Oh shit, Eben the Collector," and and then I was like, "Oh, dude, come on over. I got something for you," And I got to meet him, and we hung out, had lunch. He's a fucking cool guy, man. Such a nice dude.
Yeah.
So his channel is great, man. If you guys watch it or haven't watched it yet, check it out. And he does his General Kenobi's like the bunker where he talks about the cartoons or the shows on Fridays.
Yeah.
That's
We
a good
definitely
time
follow
as
him.
well.
He's been in our little circle for a long time now. It seems like. So yeah, he's definitely one of the good guys, man. I
Fantastic.
always say he's a pretty genuine dude, man. He's actually he's a good dude, man. We like him. So
Yeah, definitely.
He's a great guy. Highlight of my Celebration experience. That's probably why I keep saying like I'm the best smelling dude in the Star Wars universe. That shit's hilarious. He's like, Eben is he smells good.
So do you ever dress up as like Jedis or stormtroopers?
No.
Good cosplay for you?
No?
Like I can cosplay if I wanted to, because I've actually bought a lot of costumes. Like even like back here, I got one of my costumes on display. Let me switch cameras real quick. So the hell, what's wrong with my lighting? My lighting's all jacked up, but I do got a Greedo.
Yeah, I kind of see it there.
It's right there. I don't know what the hell's going on with my lighting right now, but I think it's the camera. There it goes.
There you go.
It's the beer.
I think the camera's like acting up.
Your camera's drunk.
Yeah, your camera's
Probably
drunk
is.
too. Yeah.
But that's a Greedo, life-size Greedo costume.
Nice.
the mask is like sculpted as near perfect as you can get it, and in the
Yeah,
hands too.
we got that quick shot. It looked really good.
Hmm.
I know it's like I don't know what's wrong with this camera. It's acting
There
up.
it is. Yeah, we just saw it again. Yeah.
It's probably like I forgot. I got so drunk Friday night after the post show. I left both my cameras on, and when I walked into this room today, they were still on from Friday night. So this one
Probably
is
because
probably like overheated, and I got to
probably
turn
because
it off.
somebody kept putting diorama in the chat.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this camera's fucking hot.
Oh yeah, we should have
Okay.
gave you a code word this morning.
Oh damn! Yeah, we fucking dropped the ball. We got to start over. Welcome to Well FM Fiction. Yeah, man. Like we got to do a code word. I guess we'll do a code word when we're on.
So is anybody from Spice Runners going to Celebration this year?
Yeah, I see it now.
Spice Runners. I don't think none of us are going. No, I don't think any of us were going. No, I don't think anyone was going. Now that I remember, we were going to wait until the next one, but of course they canceled the next one. So
Yeah.
there's no Celebration in 24.
Don't they have a big one down in Disney World sometime? They have that, if I'm not
They
mistaken. I
stopped
know a
doing
friend of
those
mine-
a while
did they?
back. So they used to have like a Star Wars night.
Yeah.
Hashtag do bag. That was a bad night for me. I was drinking Long Island's and I made them too strong.
Oh,
Yeah, I got to get my drink of choice together for that night. I got to get something good, you know.
Hell yeah. You get wasted, dude.
Yeah.
Make sure of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I created that show, I was like, man, like I want to have like a place where we can just talk Star Wars and feel like it's at a bar, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely got a good feel, and there's a lot of good people you have
It
on
works.
there. So
Your
it works.
the show works really good, especially for a Friday night. It's like hanging
Mhm.
out, you know, like it goes long, but it's perfect. Like you said, it's like hanging out at a bar, just shooting. The
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, appreciate it, man.
Like the other night, I was waiting on that giveaway that I unfortunately didn't win. Give me my $20 back. But no, I'm just kidding. But I was like, damn, like I get up at like 4 a.m. for work, so I'm like, I got to make it to the end. Like I was trying to make it the best I could, you know, like, but and I made it, but yeah, I was really really tired getting up so
That's
early.
funny. No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, but all the shit that Jen's had on there, man, that he made it kept me
Dude.
awake, and it was so like good to see. It was just like last week with Joel Haase here. It was like, man, we kept crushing on. We had like slides of everything that they made, and it was just like being in a museum. Like we were so like excited to see what was next on the
Oh,
screen.
Joe, yeah.
Oh, man.
Between Joe and Jens,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So Jens, there's a lot of pictures I didn't even show because we were
Mhm.
like running late.
Mhm.
Normally, I try to keep the show between 2 hours, 2.5 hours max. And I was like, holy shit, we're almost at 3 hours. I'm like, I got to stop this thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys inspired me to turn my house into a display.
Dope.
Mhm.
Walk in, it'll be like we'll have like speeder bike races in the kitchen, and then we'll.
There you
Oh,
go.
dope.
Yeah.
And there's still some stuff we haven't even shown. Like J2SO made an awesome like Java display for Jeff, you know,
Mhm.
and you know, Jeff, you know, I don't know if you guys heard, but his dad passed away Friday. So, you know,
Yeah. Sorry to hear
filming
that.
it for Jeff, man. Hopefully this week I get a chance to see him and go hang out with him and his family.
Yeah.
But hopefully we see that diorama soon, and there's a lot of other cool things that the guys have been working on behind the scenes, some other
Mhm.
projects.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that was some amazing stuff you guys were showing.
Yeah.
Jens is
Yeah.
amazing, man. So
I mean,
we've been
Amazing
lucky,
that somebody
dude.
can do that with
Just the stuff
Joel
Joel
two
does
hands.
is amazing. I
Yeah.
mean, I love the stuff. Like we were checking out when we had him on, like those life size heads. Oh,
Mhm.
that's kind of
Oh
stuff
my
I love. I
God.
love like prop replica type stuff. You know, like life size stuff. If I could have there's so much stuff I'd have if I could go that route.
Mhm.
It sucks now because like
That's Tauntaun head right there.
I'm a big Predator guy, and they used to do like you can just buy like the Predator weapons, and now they'll sell a Predator weapon and they're like $1,000. They used to be under $500.
Mhm.
Jesus Christ.
Insane how expensive stuff is. So you got a 3D printer and you can make it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joel and Jens, they got me thinking though. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I'm
You ain't the only
capable of
one.
doing that
Yeah.
stuff. I just never do. And I, like you said, finding time to do it. But
Hmm.
after seeing what you can, with the help of a 3D printer, it's like it really got my
Yeah.
mind going.
And some
You can do
things
a
even
lot.
without the printer. I mean, you can just, I mean, the customization and
Yep.
it's so nice to have a one of one. I mean, that's the only one they're going to be, and just like it. I mean, it's not
It-
mass produced. It's just
Yep.
this is it, and there'll never be another one exactly like it.
Well, that's what's awesome about like Joel's figures too, is every single one is completely different.
Mhm.
Nobody will ever. You get something by him, there'll never be another one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, I love his work. So this wall here that's not on camera, it's becoming the Joe Hazy Museum. I got Ewoks, Wampas, like all sorts of shit that he's made for me here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool.
dude's amazing. Like one of the nicest guys out there, and like he just does the best
Mhm.
work.
Yeah, I'm definitely. We've been talking. There's a couple pieces that he has that he sent me pictures of that. I might have to wait till after ICCC. Maybe not. I have to see what goes on. But I definitely there's a couple things that I would love to have here. Absolutely love to have. Well, there's a
Yeah.
ton of things I would love to have, but I
And the
narrowed
cool
it
thing
down to
with Joe is if you have an idea, he'll make it for you.
exactly. Yeah, he said that too. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If he can just think about it, he'll be like, "Oh, I can do that. Give me
Mhm.
2 days."
Mhm.
That's how quick he works.
I
Yeah, I
love
find
how he
that really
paints those
amazing.
troopers and stuff, and they look like they just got out of a battle. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, his like dioramas he's been like playing with, and yeah, those
Mhm.
troopers, fuck, they're
And
just
that's the way
dope.
they should be. I mean, you don't want
Yep,
perfectly clean. I mean, I think they look better weathered and beat up.
right.
Yeah, I saw the one. I was watching the one. I think it was on your show. It may have been not because it's all blurred now because of yesterday drinking. But I think Jens took a stormtrooper helmet and he saw it and right like
Yeah,
he sawed it in half like on the top of the head and on the
yep,
crown and man that thing looks so badass.
yeah. He did that for Mark Voss. I don't know if you guys
Mhm.
follow Mark on Instagram.
I don't know if I do or not.
Oh,
I have to
he's
check
like
him
the
out.
most famous German collector. Let me post his link in the chat. But he has like the best collection, and a lot of this collection was done by Jens.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna post it in here. You guys probably have to cut and paste it because I don't have a mod, but you can see it in there. It's / Voshemenko
Ooh.
and Mark Voss. His collection, amazing. So a lot of the pictures that we showed on the show when Jens was on, a
Mhm.
lot of them was from his house.
Okay.
And I say house because his whole house is like Tatooine. It's like 2 stories of Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh, I want that. Damn.
And on the Hyperdrive channel, if you probably like early last year, Mark actually sent George a video, which George cut up to do a room tour video,
Mhm.
and that's there if you guys are interested in this dude's house.
I
It's
definitely
just
gotta check that out.
absolutely amazing.
You have to send me the link on. And what is it? What is it under? Under whose? Under Hyperdrive, you said?
So the video's on a Hyperdrive, but the pictures is on Instagram.
Okay.
So I put it in the chat here, but I'll send it to you guys privately as well,
Okay.
so you guys can like see his stuff.
Yeah, send us that Mark Voss information too, if you get a chance, because I'll definitely
Yep.
check that out too.
Yeah, I just sent it to you guys.
Okay.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you. So we're way past an hour. So if we want you to get on with your weekend.
Well,
So
I haven't showed this yet, so let's talk about this real quick.
okay.
Yeah,
So,
I'm-
If you
look, you
don't
guys
you
know
don't gotta
Regal
go, we
Robot?
don't gotta go.
You guys know Regal Robot?
Oh wow.
oh,
So
wow.
this is a concept maquette of Reese. I just got this the other day in the mail.
That's cool.
And what's cool with it is that they're doing it with the signature of the dude who made it from the original movies. So Chris Wallace made this one.
Oh nice.
So it comes with an actual plaque. It's fucking badass, man.
Yeah, it is. That's cool.
Like Regal Robot is killing it. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys buy anything from Regal Robot, but
No, I
they
have
have a
not.
lot of.
No.
Oh, you guys just blew me up. Let me
Yeah.
show that again.
I'm a little late, but
So this is the Reese. So it's a concept. So like all these archive collections are like 3D scanned from the original piece in the Lucas archive.
Okay.
And so what Tom Spina at Regal Robot is doing is he's working with the people who actually made them to get the proofs and just make sure that they're screen quality.
Huh.
And then of course he gets the signatures. So I got stuff from Phil Tippett. I got some from Chris Wallace. Oh man, I got stuff from like all over the place.
Oh.
I think you blew
Blew
yourself up.
himself up.
Yeah. There we
And then
go.
this was a short run. It's
Ooh.
reads. I want to say there was like 150 of these made. It wasn't
Oh,
that
wow.
many.
I'm looking up
And-
Regal
and-
Robot now. I've never been on there. So,
Oh
yeah.
man, be prepared to give your paycheck away.
Yeah, maybe I should close this out.
That's how it's
Maybe I should not
becoming with
look.
all these companies now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Regal Robot is licensed, so it's going to cost you a little bit more. I think that piece was probably like, I don't know, like $400 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But Regal Robot, they have been doing a lot of the stuff for like Mandalorian. So
Awesome.
you can actually buy stuff that they've prototyped for Mandalorian or it's been on screen on Mandalorian
Mhm.
in their collection. So like my Cantina chairs are from Regal Robot. This hollow chest table's from Regal Robot. I got a whole like display on that side that's from Regal Robot. You can't see it because of the blue light.
Mm-hmm.
But good shit, man. We could probably do a whole episode on Regal Robot.
Right.
Yeah, we should do that.
Yeah, we'll book that right now.
Yeah, we'll definitely like to have you back on at some point for sure.
Absolutely, man. It's fun to be here, guys. You
Yeah,
guys
it's
are
been
trying to
fun.
wrap up, so
Well, no, I mean I can stay as long as you need. I just thought I didn't want to hold you up. We usually do
no,
an
it's all
hour,
good.
but if you're good, I'm good.
Yeah, we can hang out for a little bit.
No, it's all good. I'm almost done with my beer.
There's always more, right?
Mm-hmm. Drinking an Imperial Stout today.
I can actually say I haven't drank a beer in a long time this time of the morning, so kudos to you.
It's
I guess
5
you
o'clock somewhere, man.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So for my buddy Luke, I'll be watching this a little bit later. It's cheers.
Mhm. There you go.
He's out in Australia.
Oh, okay. You know a lot of people from there. It sounds like. Or
Australia?
your group does, yeah. Or you sounded like it on the other night on your show. That
Yeah, we know people like all over the world, man.
yeah. That's
Like
cool.
through everybody, on the channel. We have
Mhm.
friends everywhere.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's one place I have to go before I die.
Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, man. Like I've been around man, I've been to New Zealand. I've never been to to Australia. I've always wanted to go there.
Hmm.
Let me see. Yeah, I've been to Africa, to Asia. I don't know, Europe, of course.
Mhm.
Of course, in Americas. I've been all over the Americas. North, Central, and South. Never been to Antarctica. I was in the military 22 years, so
Oh,
I got
Yeah,
a
we
chance
get
to
around.
travel like everywhere.
Yeah.
that's awesome though, because a lot of people never leave their state,
Mhm.
Right.
and I don't want to die not seeing stuff. There's so much to see out there.
Yeah, there is.
I mean, just jump in your car and drive across the United States, and you'd be surprised at all the shit you can see.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I love
Yeah,
road
man.
trips.
Yeah,
Just
I envy those people who have like the Sprinter vans and they make it into a camper and they just travel around. I watch a bunch of them on YouTube as well.
That's what I'd like to do with my
Pretty cool.
channel is, rent one of those vans and travel the U.S. and hit like all the cool like collectible shops and
Mhm.
anything related to.
Yep.
That's my goal. That's my dream. Hopefully,
Make it happen.
That's fun. Yeah.
Well, that effing figures on the road.
right.
There you go.
There's so much stuff to see, that so much hidden places. I mean, it's unbelievable.
It's a lot, dude.
Yeah.
And that's what like Seth was doing that here in Florida, man. Like he was going to all these shops and like even like with Gabby. Like
Mhm.
a lot of people don't know about Gabby, but Seth found out about him through the wrestling collecting circuit.
Yeah.
And this guy, like I always used to see him at the swap meets here in Orlando, because he has a big like booth where he does like a lot of wrestling stuff. And he was like, not to be disrespectful, but he was like a loudmouth dude, like
Oh
like,
yeah, you can tell. You can tell on
come
the
on that shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
really, really cool dude. Really like the guy, he's freaking awesome. And I never knew he had a storage shed until Seth told me he was going to go visit him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, he's like he has a storage shed that has more stuff that he doesn't sell." And I was like, "What?"
Yeah, he
But
got a ton of
there's a lot of that, like all over the U.S. There's
Yep.
people that you don't know what they have, and
yeah.
when you start talking to them, you start learning more, and you get to like grow in a community. It's freaking awesome.
Yep.
So many good people out there.
There are.
That's
Yep.
one really great thing about this whole community is we're all getting connected to, you're learning about all different new things. I mean, it's just I would love to just travel and go hit all this stuff. I mean, there's stuff that hole in the wall shops that you would never expect to walk into, and they end up being like I was telling someone that was on here. It was called Graveyard Records. I always thought it was a record shop until one day I think I had heard that he had some like horror stuff in. I walk in there, felt like a haunted house on top of it. You walk in, there's like strobe lights and shit. He had everything horror. I mean, it was like a horror floor to ceiling figures, hot toys, sideshow, sculptures, custom sculptures, artwork. He had props from the movies in the back. Like I was like, holy shit, this place has
Fantastic.
been here a mile from my house for 5 years, and I almost fell over and died.
A hidden gem. Yep.
Yeah. Right out in the right. It's sad he passed away, and his wife and daughters closed it up. But I mean, it was
Bummer.
the coolest, most amazing thing I've ever walked into before in my life.
Hmm.
And then not only that, you walk in there, you get stuck in there for 3 hours talking to the guy about Michael Myers. I mean, it was just
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. I was in an antique shop one day and I was looking at he had a little bucket of Hasbro figures and they were all in really good shape. The little Hasbro WWF figures. I collect those too. And and we started talking and he was like, well, I have some more. So we went to the back and he busted out like hundreds more of them and some of the ones that I needed. So we just started talking about that and shooting the shit about it. And he just kept showing me more and more stuff he had that wasn't even on display in the store yet. Or I don't even know if he was going to display it in the store, but it was so cool just to see some of that stuff. I love that nostalgic vintage stuff that he pulled out. Yeah, it was fun.
I've been living in my current town for almost 6 years, and we just went to the antique shop the other day for the first time, and there was just so many hidden gems, and I was like, fuck. I'm like, if I still collected this, I'll be buying this and this and this.
Yeah. You never know what you're going to come across in there, man. It's crazy.
They had a Revenge of the Jedi original poster in their movie poster for $85, and I was like, I should buy this one, but where am I going to put it?
I'll find a spot. Definitely.
So I did hide it because I am going to go back and get it.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm like, I will find a spot. It'll probably be in my office somewhere. I'll have to take some stuff down. But I'm gonna pick that up next week.
Yeah, sounds like
I always tell people check your antique shops because it's not just old antiques in those things.
Yard sales too, man. Like yard sales too. Some people don't even know what they have, and some people don't care. They just want it out of their house.
Oh, it's like our vintage collection. When we lived in Texas back in between 2008 and 2013, my wife went to an estate sale. It's pretty much a yard sale, right? They're trying to get rid of everything because the husband like passed away, and she found like all the General Mills / Kenner 12-inch line.
Oh wow!
For dirt cheap. Like she found everyone except IG88, and now if you went to R2, it's like $600. But the Boba Fett's like $600 complete. The IG88 is like $1,000. That's why we haven't bought it. But she bought everything for like $800.
Wow!
Like the whole collection except IG88 for $800. With the boxes, with the vintage Kenner, General Mills boxes. I was like, holy shit!
Wow.
So you never know,
man. You never know.
Yep.
It's out there. There's tons of stuff out there. You just got to find it.
Yep. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to do a lot of yard sales this year. We get a ton of yard sales in this area, so you never know what you're going to pick through and find. That's going to be.
Well, that's another great thing about this community too is you get connected to people. So like you see people that their stores don't get anything. And there's people like they'll be in my comments and they're like, man, I wish we would get this stuff. And I tell them all the time, you need help finding something, just tell me. I'll pick it up. I'm not trying to make any money off you. I'm out here doing this anyways. I get a kick
Right.
out of those people. They're like, I just saw some guy posted some Predator stuff, and he was like, oh, eBay prices, their eBay prices, and he was acting like he was helping out the community. I'm like, just because some asshole is charging fucking some scalper on assholes charging $300 for a $40 collectible doesn't mean that's the going rate and that's what you should be charging for.
Right.
Like, don't sit here and act like you're helping us out. You're no
He's
better.
he's the same asshole telling me I'm not a collector, I'm a buyer.
Right.
Yep.
The same type of
Yeah.
people. Yeah.
Fuck all those guys. I fucking hate scalpers, man.
Yeah.
Hate those fucking guys.
Yeah.
Like I remember when Toys R Us was still a thing. I used to go like on my way to work. There was a Toys R Us, so I used to go in there in the mornings just to like before work to go see what was there. And of course, it'd be like a long line of people, and I'm like, "Fuck, I can't go in today because it's a fucking big drop coming."
Mm-hmm.
And it was all these collectors going in there to buy all the shit and fucking resell.
You know what's funny? I used to work at Toys R Us, and you working there and working the trucks and stuff. You know what the the scalpers are coming for on the days, and you know what they're there for.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hold those boxes in the back until they left, and then
Dope. That's awesome.
Yep.
So they go in there and like, fuck, it's not here. And
oh,
they
sorry,
leave.
we didn't get it yet. Check the next truck, and then they'd walk out and then put it out there.
Mm-hmm.
And let's say you walked in and I knew you were like one of the collectors or something. I'd just tell you to hold off, Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fun if you can get somebody like Colin looks out for me, I look out for him. Another guy out in California, T3, he's in the chat. He does the same thing. He's got me stuff that they had in California that they haven't had here, and it's fun to have the people you can trust to do that. Like you said, you don't want to get burned either.
I'll pick it up for you. I don't care,
Yeah. And I'm not, you just pay shipping and pay what it costs, and you break even. I mean, it is, I don't try and make shit off you.
That's what I do too, man.
Yeah.
Like if I go to Galaxy's Edge or whatever, I'll ask people if they need anything, and I'll pick it up if I'm there. As long as they pay me back.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, I hate people that say, "Well, I'll get it for you, but I'll charge you a 30%, finder's fee." I'm like, "Oh, fuck you!"
I can't stand that. It's like,
thanks for the favor.
Yeah,
thanks.
I can go to eBay and get that from a total stranger, not a friend.
Right?
Free shipping too.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and they're gonna get screwed on the eBay. What they hit you with.
All the fees.
Fees. Yeah. Thank you.
Fucking eBay.
Drawing a blank myself. Maybe I need a fucking beer. I don't know.
I'm trying to sell a bunch of comic books there, and I can't fucking make any profit because I'm selling shit, and then all of a sudden I get hit with all these fees. Yeah. Between the fees and the shipping, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, I don't even fool with eBay anymore. No, it's not worth it.
Yeah, because sometimes I guesstimate with the fees because I try to be fair, right? I'm like, okay, I'll do a flat rate for like $10.
Yeah.
But then sometimes they go to like, fucking middle of nowhere US where there's only like a regional postal service, and they charge you like $30 for a fucking comic book to ship there. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
So then I'm losing money,
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. And shipping's crazy right now.
Oh, it's stupid, dude.
And like we were talking about with George, the shipping on the statues. I mean, it's hard to even be able to afford that now. And like $500 shipping on a statue, it's
don't go off.
It's broken when you get it because then you got to ship it back, and it's just
Oh, so like when I bought that busted that fucking core band, they did this fucking horrible see-through PO box that I bought.
I remember that.
She was fucking garbage. Yeah.
Yeah, you were upset in that one.
Oh man, I try to be nice too because I like Randy's a friend of ours, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't want to talk shit about his business," but they did a fucking horrible job. I gave him so much shit. I was like, "Dude, why would you even let this shit out of your fucking business?" I'm like, I would have never sent this out the door the way it looked.
Yep.
But it worked out for me. I did a trade with Joel. He made a Tauntaun head for me, and I traded some Hot Toys too.
Yeah. Yeah, trading's cool sometime. I mean, if you got something somebody else wants and you want something they have, I mean, why not? It's cool.
But it's just
sometimes you don't want to put the money out. You can just work it out. Right. I got a local guy here that I've traded for multiple Hot Toys, and I feel like I've got a great deal, and he walks away happy, and there's no money exchange. We just do a nice trade, and
Yeah, I
it's,
mean,
What
it's worked
matters.
out for me like 3-4 times already on some hot toys.
the
So
trading works out for both parties. Yeah, but like
Yeah.
T3's saying is, you pick up this stuff that people want, and then they're like, "Well, I'll trade you for it." And like, well, no, like I don't. I'm not.
yeah,
I picked this up because you said you wanted it. I don't want to trade. Like
yeah. Now, yeah,
I
once
know
you make that
exactly
deal,
what
you
you're
got to
talking
pay.
about.
Yeah, you got to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the trade.
That's
at
why
that point. Yeah.
I don't do it for just anybody anymore
Right.
because I got burned. I think he
Mhm.
said it in the chat earlier, T3, but I got burned before. Like, oh, can you hook me up and get me this, and then I'll pay you for it. Okay, I got it. Here it is. It's how much it costs and the shipping.
Mhm.
Oh, I don't have the money. I don't think I want it anymore. I'm like,
Can
motherfucker.
can you wait till next payday or no, motherfucker? I didn't wait till next payday.
Yeah,
Yeah. Like,
No, yeah, I went through that pretty recent too.
mhm.
It's like, oh, it's okay for me to put the money out, but you, whatever.
I mean, if you found the shit in your store, would you have bought it that day or waited till payday? So
Like
do the
Right.
same,
if I
do the
ask Phil
same
to look
way.
for something, if I expect that if he finds it, I'm gonna give him the money right away. It's not like,
Yeah.
oh hey, yeah, get this for me, and then he gets it, and it's like, well, I don't have the money yet.
Hold it till
Don't,
Christmas.
don't ask
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
right. Don't ask if you don't have the
Yeah.
money.
Yeah. Because if you wouldn't buy it while you're there looking at it in the store, then don't expect me to buy it and then you not buy it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's happened to me so many.
We're cool, but we're not that cool.
Yep. Right.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm limited to who I buy for.
Yeah, I tried to do the same thing. Like I gotta somehow like obviously I told you me and Colin never met, but I trust him. I trust T3. There's a few other people I trust out there, but I gotta know you somewhat before I can just go out, start buying $50 collectible and then ship it, and then I'm here $75 out, and now I'm waiting to get paid back. Nah, not for me. So I gotta know you at least a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
action
And
figures
most
are
people won't
10,
screw you, but
15
there are
dollars
some.
anymore. They're
Mhm.
even if you're buying, small 1/12 Hasbro figures, you're looking $30-$40 a figure now. It ain't
Mhm.
It adds up. Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
what
It adds up.
Like they don't realize that money's coming out of your pocket until you pay me.
Right.
Yeah, and some people just they're at the store looking, and sometimes they they don't have the money to get that for you at that point, but they're making it happen. So make it happen by paying them back too.
Pirate ship. Just reading
Yep.
through the comments.
I use Pirate Ship too. I usually still use UPS, but I buy my things through Pirate Ship.
Yeah, UPS is the one I usually rely on, especially for deliveries. I usually like if somebody's sending me something, I'm like, can you please? I'll pay a little extra. Can you please send it UPS? Because I've had so much stuff lost from the postal service because my mailbox. We have a really long driveway, and our mailbox is we don't live in a neighborhood. We live like on a 1-lane road in like a wooded area. So our mailbox is not close to our house. And they would leave dog food out there, the big box in the rain and shit. And sometimes people would just come by probably and snag it, and I would never get it, and other things too. So this has been
That sucks, man.
but like for UPS and Amazon, usually not a problem at all.
I had the post office leave my comic book shipment in a snowbank just recently. And in those comic book shippers, like they're not completely sealed, if the snow can get inside of them.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, the comic book shop had them all wrapped in they were all board and bagged, so it somewhat protected them.
Yeah.
I was so pissed. I was so pissed.
Oh, I tape the hell out of when I mail out, because I'm a collector, of course, So when I mail out comics, when I sell them, dude, there's no way water's gonna get into that thing.
Right.
It's waterproof.
I make sure that they're safe for the buyer.
That's the way it should be, even from the companies that sell. I mean, they should like you said, Walmart earlier. I know you're just buying a toy from Walmart, but I mean, they got to realize people collect this stuff. You just can't throw it in a bag and then throw it in the grass, you know.
Well,
on your
Walmart's the
delivery,
worst,
yeah.
dude.
And they
It sucks.
advertise it on their website as collectible, so they know it is a collectible.
Mhm.
Right.
When they ship it in a fucking bag, that's
Yeah.
unacceptable.
Yeah, and then they I think they just sometimes they pick whatever the most bent card and they put it in there. They don't give a fuck. They don't know if
Nope.
you're. And I
Nobody
know
gives a shit.
they're probably under pressure and all that, and then warehouses, and they got to get shit out. And they don't probably think that some people collect these in box and all that shit, but people do, and you got to respect that, or at least put an option on when you order, like Big Bad Toy Store does.
Yeah.
If you want this package for collector or just standard or something. I mean,
Right. They'll pack it up for you.
yeah, they do a really good job from them. So
Well, my buddy Brian from Brian Makes Diorama a couple weeks ago, he's a guest host on our show now, and he bought 5 the concept Boba Fett's from the Arena Boba Fett from the comic book, and they were all bent. The packages were all bent or jacked up, and it took him 5 to get one good one.
Yeah. I remember a figure I ordered from Target. It was an Ultimate Edition, just Macho Man Randy Savage wrestling figure when I was into them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was gonna do some more Macho Man, but fuck that. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, the box looked like it got ran over by a fucking truck. I mean, the figure was fine, but I was like, well, I have no choice but to open this or return it and then get a better one from the store. But then that just defeats the purpose of me ordering online because I didn't feel like going to the goddamn store.
Oh, the greatest one I had was actually from Toys R Us before they closed. I ordered 3. It was the new wave of Predators that came out, and that's when they were clamshell and card. All of the cards were off of the clamshells. They stacked the clamshells, and then they stacked the cards separately, put it in the box, and shipped it to me. So I call them back right away. They actually let me keep those ones, and then they sent me another box with the wave. Fucking came the same exact way. And I was just like, fuck it. I got 6 figure or whatever, 6 figures for the price of 1 or for 3. I was like, fuck it. I'll get them from somewhere else. Unbelievable though.
Brett's comment: bourbon cream and the coffee's hitting different today.
I must be the only one not drinking. I better get to it.
A good drink early in the morning is 2-ounce vodka, some old coffee, some ice, put it in a shaker, stir it, put in a cup, and there you go. You get an espresso coffee.
You know, I do like the ones that George puts on his hyperdrive. Those Star Wars drinks. They're pretty cool. Yeah. I was actually looking for those Death Star ice cubes, man.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
you can get them on Amazon.
Yeah. I might have to order some. That's pretty cool.
I think it was last year. When did the hyperdrive start? Last year? I think it was last year or the year before, maybe. But in one of his earlier videos, he created he redid the Oga's Cantina drink. It's the drink we drink all the time. I just can't remember right now.
Yeah, I think I've seen that one. I think I watched all his drink ones one day in order or whatever. But they were I was actually getting thirsty. I was like, let's go out. So
you guys need a Spice Runner Lounge beer mugs.
We got glasses.
Oh, there you go.
We got these.
Perfect.
I don't know if the website has mugs. I got to check.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the show we're on with you, we should get some Well That Effing Figure shirts for you and some Spice Runner shirts for us and reverse it, and that'd be pretty cool on the show, huh?
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let me know, man. I'll send you some stuff. I'll send you guys some swag.
I gotta send Colin some money so he can get some made if he doesn't already.
Send me some addresses.
I just put some up on my website. You have to tell me which ones you want.
Sweet.
And then we just wear the reverse on there. That'd be pretty cool. We'll confuse everybody. They'll really be drunk. Like, who the fuck are these clowns?
That's gonna be a good night, man. We get to talk everything Star Wars.
Definitely, yeah, and drink at the same time. Yeah,
we've had a lot of guests the last couple of weeks, and we haven't had really had a chance to talk about what's going on in Star Wars. So I'm looking forward to next week. Next week we have Joey from Way Back When. He has an antique shop here in South Florida. And dude is an awesome Star Wars collector. He has some of the rarest finds you'll never even see on TV. So looking forward for him to share some of that stuff with you, with everybody on Friday. And he's gonna do some giveaways too.
Yeah, I'll be there. I'm definitely gonna watch everyone I can. Like I said, I enjoy it. I really do.
So looking forward to that episode. Yeah. So, and then we're going to talk a little bit of Mandalorian in there, then, because he's a Star Wars fan, so he wants to talk about that stuff too. So I'm excited because I know all of us were like, okay, we didn't get a chance to talk about Mandalorian. We want to talk about it, and we
Yeah.
have a private chat where we talk about all this stuff too.
Mhm.
The Spice Runners, but we want to talk about it with the community, of course, and
That's
engage
cool.
and get their comments too, and react to it. That's what it's all about, right? It's not just about us. It's about engagement and
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
hearing everybody out and inclusion. So,
Yep.
and it's cool to see what everybody thinks about it too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely. Yeah, that'll be fun.
Hell
That's what we
yeah.
try to do on here. Like we haven't had a week where we haven't had a guest in a long time, but we do like a pop up show here on a Monday. Sometime we just talk a little shit. I'll open some toys up and things like that. But we've been pretty lucky with folks like yourself being very receptive to be on the show, and it's been fun. We have some really cool people on here, and yeah, it's just it's really nice to have people willing to come on.
Oh,
'Cause we're
absolutely. Thanks
just
for
starting
having
out,
me.
and yeah,
Yeah, and we enjoy, like, just have you guys come on and you kind of just, we're not sitting here just grilling you, kind of just join our show and
yeah, yeah.
talk
Like
and talk. I mean,
it's almost like we knew each other forever. I know we talk behind the scenes sometime here and there, myself and you, but yeah, but I mean, that just it's almost like I knew you for a long time. Just sitting here talking to you, George, Joel. It was just like
Oh, it's awesome. Hell
like we're
yeah,
sitting in the
man.
bar and talking, and it's just fun. And instead of
It's
me,
freaking awesome. And especially like when you meet in person for the first time and it feels like you've been known each other forever.
yeah, that's definitely true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I
That's how
mean,
it
when
was
I was on
when I met.
ICCC, it's like, man, I watch you guys all the time. It's almost like I knew you, like knew these people,
Hell yeah.
and I really don't. But I mean, it's cool to have that.
It's like
Yeah.
like I met PJ before, it feels like when I hung out with him, it felt like I've known him forever.
Hmm.
J2 is still the same way, it felt like I've known him forever.
Hmm.
Um, well, George, it feels like I know him forever now because I've known him for a few years now.
Yeah, yeah,
Fucking awesome dude. He's like the nicest guy out there in Star Wars universe.
yeah. We had a good
Uh,
time with him, and I like his videos too. His videos are really he does some in detail stuff. He doesn't
George is fucking awesome,
he doesn't
dude.
half ass anything, man. He does.
No,
I
he
was
does
teasing
a
him
script
last
for
week.
everything he does, and it's
Yeah.
like
I was
it's
teasing him
like
last week because he put that video out where he was selling stuff, and he's like, "Don't ask if my price is negotiable." And the first thing I said to him, I was like, "I need your price is negotiable," and he started
he's like,
laughing.
here's the link to the video.
Yeah,
Watch my video.
yeah. I was just fucking with him. I was like, "Hey, your price is negotiable." He started cracking up, but yeah, I mean, even though we don't know him, that rapport is there already, and that's pretty
Yeah,
cool just
George
to
is
have that.
fantastic, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
yeah.
one of the nicest guys you ever meet in person.
Hmm. Yeah, I would like to meet him eventually. All you guys, man, it'd be fun to like link up at a ICCC or any of the conventions. It'd be cool
Hell
for
yeah,
sure.
that's
man.
the best part about conventions is
Yep.
anybody, most of the time, anybody there you can stop and talk to, and you're all on the same page.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's why I really don't even go to conventions to buy stuff. Honestly, I end up finding something, but I'm
Hmm.
usually just there to hang out and look around and
Absolutely.
get
From
time.
reality, man. It's fun.
Because like I said,
Absolutely.
everybody there is on the same page. They only care about what you're there for.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, it's great, man. I love it, dude. It's like the last Star Wars celebration, I didn't know who was going to be there,
Hmm.
so I was walking around and all of a sudden, Eben, oh shit, I ran into one of our buddies, Sean Stone, him and his friend. And then, I was just running into everybody. I ran into Gabe, Star Wars Replica, a few times. And he's like, hey, man, we're going to do a photo shoot. Come on and hang out with us. I'm like, okay. So we did the photo shoot. And then we got to meet more people that we knew.
Hmm.
And then Joseph Azar. I don't know if you guys know Joseph Azar, but he's like one of the biggest collectors out there. This dude's crazy.
I don't think so.
So we did an episode on him early last year.
Hmm.
So he was there, hung out with him, and then of course he was hanging out with dudes from Star Wars, like from Lucasfilm.
Oh wow.
So we got a chance to meet people from Lucasfilm, and then through him we met people from Lucasfilm. We met Kirk Thatcher. We even had like lunch with Kirk Thatcher one day.
Oh wow,
Kirk
that's
Thatcher,
cool.
he was a director for all the Muppets
Hmm.
movies. He was
Yep.
an animator for like the Return of the Jedi. So he did a lot of the puppeteering animation. So it's like, man, you say you never know who you meet in these communities.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
I said.
J2SO. We have J2SO in our crew. The dude built Galaxy's Edge here in Orlando. He built, Toy Story World, Galaxy's Edge.
Mhm.
It's like you never know who you meet.
Yeah, and he's going to go to ICCC, and we'll be there, and hopefully, we'll work it out where we get to meet up and hang out for a bit, get a drink, whatever, walk around.
It's good shit,
That'll
man.
be
Good
fun, man.
times. Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, if I could go to a convention every weekend, I think I'd be really happy.
Oh man,
You'll
I
be
used to
broke.
do that, dude. Before COVID, man, every weekend I always had something scheduled. It was even like going to a convention or a toy show. It didn't matter.
Mhm.
Especially like when I lived in the northeastern area, it was easier to do because there's so much to do. You can go like I lived in Virginia for a few years, so you can go to DC, you can go to Maryland, you can go to Baltimore.
Mhm.
Baltimore is in Maryland, but you can go in those areas.
Mhm.
You can go like to North Carolina. There are so many places you can go for a convention every weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, like I was
And
saying
then
earlier, I'm in Maryland, so I'm a stone throw from Delaware, Pennsylvania. I mean, 4 hours I'm in Virginia, and that's, I mean, even less than that, honestly. Probably like 3 hours. I'm like 2.5 from DC. So I'm 2.5 from New York City.
oh yeah, you're in the middle
So
of
there's a lot
everything.
around. There's a lot around for sure.
Yeah, DC has Awesome Con every year. That's fantastic.
hmm
Of course, New York Comic Con. That's it's tricky to get into.
That's the one that's kind of, I'm not much for like, it seems hard to get to from what I understand. From what Century the
hard,
Mad
man.
Collector Ron, he told me, it's like you got to park somewhere and then take the subway or this or that or the train, and I'm like, that's a lot of work, man. Like, I don't know if I'm willing to do that.
Man, these conventions have really changed though. Like just of recent, like they're all getting big now. It used to be it was San Diego or New York, and
Mhm.
everything else was pretty, small. Now they're all getting huge. Like I remember going to C2E2 my first year, and it was just like a little Milwaukee Comic Con at that time, and now it's fucking huge. Like
It's crazy,
you
man.
got these big
C2E2.
name actors coming, and I mean that's like how it's starting to be and all these. Even Milwaukee's Comic Con last year, I couldn't believe how big it had gotten. They all went from like bowling alleys to the biggest fucking venues they have in each city.
Mhm.
I want to go there so bad, man.
It's amazing. I can only imagine what it's going to be like in 5-10 years.
Because C2E2 has like Microsoft there too now, right? They have Xbox, and I know
Yeah.
Major Nelson goes out there and does stuff.
We got Chris Evans coming this year.
Oh, Chris Evans, nice.
Yeah. I mean, every day I see like a new celebrity coming. I forgot them all already, but I know Chris Evans is coming. Kevin Eastman is coming. I'm going to see him. I have to see him.
Kevin Eastman's he's dope, man.
When is that? April?
A lot of good books.
It's the end of the month.
End of this month. Okay.
Damn, dude, that's freaking awesome. One of these days, I'm going to C2E2. I got to do that, man.
Yeah, I was gonna try this year. It just didn't work out. I had a lot going on at the beginning of the year for sure, and it just didn't work out. But maybe next year.
What's Kevin Eastman into these days? Because he's the original Ninja Turtle guy, right?
Yeah, I think he's still doing Ninja Turtles.
So that's all he does. He never got into anything else. I thought I saw his name on some other like titles.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. But I mean, I just follow the Ninja Turtles. I don't.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, man, we could do a whole episode on Ninja Turtles, man.
Oh, we could, yeah.
That shit just came out of nowhere,
Mhm.
Yeah, it blew up. It was like it was like dead for how long, and now it's like the biggest damn thing ever right now. They're releasing the new trailer for the new movie on Monday.
Yeah, my buddy Dubak's big Ninja Turtle fan, man. He was like collecting all the statues, and I remember my little brother loving that stuff. I was already a little bit older, and but I was like, "What the fuck is this Ninja Turtle shit?" And now I find myself buying Ninja Turtle and Batman. Ninja Turtle this.
Oh, I just
buy all the comics.
Check this one out. I just picked this up a couple weeks ago.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Batman, yep, exactly. That's fucking dope. Is that the
Nice.
number one?
Yeah. Yep.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Really
Oh
nice.
yeah,
That's
Wow.
fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah, I was happy when I found that one.
I did frame up my winnings from Spice Runners Lounge.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I love
Nice.
that thing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
nice print.
I love this.
J2SO.
I love this, dude. Like I framed it up. I'm gonna put it up today. I got to get some. I don't like putting the holes in the wall too much, so I get them little sticky things and put them on.
yeah.
So I gotta grab.
I
Some
like how it has like pictures inside the
yeah.
pictures.
Yeah. Like you
Oh,
can
yeah.
see like all the like the clone troopers, and yeah, it's awesome.
That's like
I
those
love it.
old ones, like they'll you get real close to them. It's like all the little pictures will make like a huge
yeah, and you look from far away, you don't see it, but if you get really close, you see the clone troopers above her head right there in her crown. And
yeah, it's cool.
you
It like
know,
tells a story. It's awesome.
yeah, it's I love this thing, dude. I really do.
Yeah, because we do a lot of planning for our show. So when he sent me the picture for that, I was like, "Are you sure you want to give that away?"
Yeah,
He's like, "Hell yeah, man!" He's like, "This would be a great gift, you know."
yeah, and then I usually don't win shit. Like I could be the only contestant and still lose. That's how bad it is for me normally. But like when the other guy won this, and then you said he already won something prior in the same evening, and then it started going again, I'm like, oh shit. I'm like to my wife, I'm like, I just won. That's it was exciting, man.
No, that's awesome.
Yeah,
dude.
and I love this piece. It's gonna go right.
We
right
try
there
to
where-
we try to pay it forward in the community, man. So,
That's
Yeah.
what we want to start doing that too. I was telling Joe, I was like, you know what, we could start like almost like ask them a question from something that happened last week, and whoever gets it first will win. You know, even if it's just a T-shirt or a hat,
right.
just have random little giveaways pop up. You know, it's fun to do, honestly.
It means a lot. Yeah, it's fun. It means a lot to the viewer because you're including them. So it's great stuff, man.
Yeah, start out small and do
Start
T-shirts
doing
or
that,
hats
too.
and see what happens. But that's also a way to make sure people watch your prior week, because then you ask questions and go back, and the only way you'll know is
that
if
way it's going to people that are watching. You know,
Exactly,
too, you know.
yeah.
I mean,
exactly. Yeah, like if we ask you a question today, and they would have to watch it to know the answer. So
Right.
we're gonna see what happens with that. That's coming soon, but yeah, a lot going on, but we're having fun. This is great.
Hell yeah.
And I'm gonna go to Walmart and get my stickies for this because I want to put it up. And my wife's like, "What's the hurry?" I'm like, "Because I love this thing. Like, I gotta put this up today." Like,
it's gonna be hanging over his bed.
yeah, I'll put it on the ceiling. And it's actually just a really cool piece of art. So I appreciate it. Yeah,
He's gonna be taking the mirror down to put his Star Wars picture up.
no, the mirror stays. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny.
The mirror gets too much use. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So what else, guys? What do you want to talk about?
Oh,
You want to get out of here? Do you want to get your weekend started? Get more drinking done? Or what do you want to do?
I'm waiting for a phone call for furniture. So,
Oh, okay.
in the next, anytime between now and 3, they should be coming. But they told me that yesterday too.
Yeah. Don't you hate that?
I hate
I
that.
stayed here waiting for them, and nothing happened.
Yeah.
I hate like those deliveries that require a signature, you know, and they'll be like, yeah, I'll be here Saturday till 8 p.m. It's like, okay, so I got to sit here all day long.
Mhm.
Well, I wanted to go to Universal and hang out with George this weekend because we normally meet up on the weekends, and
Mhm.
and I sent them the tracking for my furniture that was supposed to come like this weekend, and they gave me a window from Friday to Sunday.
That's even worse. Oh my
That's the
God.
worst I've heard.
You
Yeah.
can't plan for that shit.
Because the moment you leave to run to the gas station, that's when they're gonna pull
Yep.
up.
But the
Oh,
minute
Well, I
you
was
say
pissed off because
the-
yesterday we like took everything out of my daughter's room to make room for the furniture, and I was like, okay, you guys say you were gonna come. What the fuck happened? I'm like, oh, we're gonna come tomorrow now. I'm like, tomorrow is Sunday. You know that, right?
Yeah.
yeah, shit, you guys running.
it's like too
Yep.
bad you can't tell them you're going to get your money between May and November.
Right.
motherfucker,
Right,
you know?
exactly.
Like, yeah, they want
but I
their money
was
right
looking at
then
the
and
tracking
there.
this morning, and they're moving, so they're coming closer to Orlando, so they'll be here
Mhm.
sometime today.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like the whole, you buy something, they'll take that money right away. But
Fuck
they got to refund you. No, it'll be like 7, 8,
Oh,
10
Yeah.
days.
forever.
7 to 10 days. And
Like,
it's your
come on,
bank's fault.
nowadays you can Apple Pay somebody instantly. There's no reason for this 7 to 10 day bullshit.
Yeah, they blame it on the bank.
Yeah.
Depending on your bank, you could get it 24 to 84 hours from now. I'm like,
Right.
Yeah, no.
Anything? Is there anything coming out that you're waiting for?
Like collectible wise,
Yeah, collectible wise.
man, I've been taking it easy. I spent too much money. So, like, I just bought that NYC ATST, so that put me like $1,500 behind, because I got a third car payment now because my daughter's driving, so I've reduced my monthly spending to like $500 a month versus I used to spend like $1,000 a month, to be honest, on collecting,
mhm.
and now I only spend like $500 a month. So now I'm like picky on what I buy. I'm like, okay, I'm not going to buy everything that comes out because I can't afford it anymore. But I bought that ATST, put me back, and then MegaCon announced all their stars, and I bought a bunch of like photographs and autographs. And the next thing I put a down payment for on was a DMD custom Commander Bakura quarter scale statue. So that's coming out this year. I'm looking forward to that. And I also put in a down payment for ATST from NYC, or ATAT from NYC, the classic one. So it's like a larger than studio scale. So it's a big piece. I don't know if you guys follow NYC, but man, they're coming out with some great shit.
God, there's
I
just
don't, and I'm afraid
so
to
many
too.
companies now. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
But it's the same company who built the ATST. Oh, I'm not even showing it in the camera. Let me like find this view real quick.
There's a Prime 1 Predator statue that I've wanted since it's come out, but like just it's like $3,000 for the statue, and then knowing that there's gonna be like $500 to ship it, it's
It's
just
crazy.
too hard to pull the trigger on something like that. I mean,
So-
$500 to ship something. You're just throwing money out the door.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Not good.
Well, it's like that ATST there. It's probably like close to 30 inches from the base to the top. It probably doesn't look that big on camera.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
Fucking dope, man. So Michael, him and his team, they worked, with a bunch of like model makers to make it as close as possible to the real thing, using pictures and references. And then the one next to the probe droid is from the same company, NYC Collectibles.
Mhm.
Amazing pieces, man. And that's like the route I've been going through. So I ordered AT-AT from those guys, or AT-AT, depending on what part of the country you're from. Everybody pronounces it different.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to that, dude. Absolutely looking forward to that.
Yeah, they're flooding us with stuff.
Dude, there's
Amazing
so
love.
much stuff now.
They're all getting in on the act, but
Oh man, there's so much stuff. It's
stuff
getting
now.
expensive,
Mhm.
and it's
Well, it's like,
crazy, dude.
I collect the NECA Toon Turtle line. Well, all the turtle lines, honestly. But just for this haulathon thing, they released like $700 worth of TMNT stuff. It's like, man, like I love that we're getting all this stuff, but could you at least spread it out through the year a little bit? Like,
Right. Oh, that's how I feel, man. Dude, I love turtles too, man. I'm like, no, I cannot buy that because then it's in another rabbit hole I'm gonna get into.
Exactly.
eventually what I'm
Never
gonna do
ending.
is I'm gonna do
Yep.
a big like skyline display with all different levels and stuff, and that's how I want to display all my turtles. I can't wait. So when
That's
I have the
fucking
room for it, that's why I'm trying to get in. I'm starting to test myself on this diorama building stuff because I hopefully will be able to do it by myself. I should be fine doing it by myself. I just want to get myself going on it. So by the time I build the skyline one, I know all the tricks.
Hell yeah. I want to do like a life-size Casey Jones for Halloween.
Oh
There
yeah,
you go.
Just have him outside, like,
right.
get the fuck out of my fucking house.
I
My
can't wait
front
to get
yard.
that Casey Jones the mix with the monsters from NECA.
Hell
That's
yeah.
gonna be a nice one.
Here's my Mirage Casey Jones right here.
Oh, that's fucking badass.
It
Oh
looks pretty
shit.
cool, yeah.
Looks
It
like
has
it came right
the
out of the
comic book.
comic. I mean, it's amazing.
That's cool, man. So it has like comic book outlines on it.
Yep. Yeah. Fucking
That's freaking cool, dude.
And he's doing the Phantom of the Opera for the Universal Monster crossover, so that's a nice
Shit,
figure.
No way. Dude, I love the Universal Monsters, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to get it the whole Alex Ross series, the artwork he has for that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
That's just dope, dude.
I
That's
would like.
something I don't have to rotate out.
Oh man,
Too much out there, man.
that's like Alien. All the H.R. Giger artwork. I just love that shit. Like biomechanical and dude, I love it.
Hell yeah. So much
I would
alien
love
shit out there.
A lot of shit out there.
Yeah, if I could just go crazy, man, I'd turn my house into a fucking.
Museum.
It would be like, yeah, you'd walk into like different. It'd be like walking into a movie set, honestly.
Oh yeah, man. I keep telling my wife that, like, if she ever passes away and I'm here by myself, that's what's gonna happen to this house.
Right. Like eventually, I will have a life-size predator in my house.
Hell yeah.
At least
Yeah.
one.
Put that sucker in the living room.
You know, oh, for sure. I'll have one sitting on the couch so you can sit right next to him and everything. It's no doubt. Or have like a fake tree that he's hanging out of. Oh man. Someday.
Yeah, I wanted like a xenomorph queen.
Have a predator and a xenomorph fighting right in your fucking living room.
Hell yeah. Oh,
Now we're
dude.
talking. See? Got my brain going now. Yep.
That's fucking awesome.
So 2 hours, man. I gotta get
Holy
some
shit.
things done today, brother. I'm sorry. I gotta
Oh, yeah.
head out. But
Let's do this.
and I got breakfast coming. My wife's making breakfast, so
Yeah, mine is making one too.
yeah.
Now
But we'd definitely like to have you back on. We definitely can't wait to be on your show for sure.
Oh
so
yeah,
that'll be
April
fun.
7th, right?
Yeah, so that'll be fun. But any last words before you head out? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, so yeah,
Anything
just
at all?
follow us on Spice Runners Lounge on YouTube. I'm Eben The Collector on Instagram. I have a link tree there, so it'll link us to everything. So if you want to follow us on YouTube, or I have a TikTok as well where I post some of my stuff and some of the stuff from the other people on our channel.
Oh, I got a link. I'll link up with you on TikTok. I'll make sure I put all your information in the description too. So
Yeah, and definitely for the
Cool,
people
cool.
listening on Apple too, so they'll know that aren't watching this, that they'll be able to know who to follow and where. So that'll be on the description too.
Hell yeah, no, appreciate that. Yeah, I'm so behind on Apple. I got to hit you up on that because
Yeah.
originally I wanted to put all my episodes on Apple, and I just been so lazy, haven't been
Yeah.
able to do it.
Yeah.
I spent the whole day doing it, like putting all. I put like our main ones with guests on Apple, and everything else is kind of like bonus stuff that they can come and find.
Mhm.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully that'll take off soon.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so make sure you go follow Eben the Collector and the Spice Runners Lounge every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern. Great show, great people, fun time, and they drink while they're doing it, so it makes it even more fun. So as for our show, we're actually on Wednesday this week with Pure Toiture. He's an 80s and 90s guy. His name is Joel, and we're going to talk some 80s and 90s and TV shows, music, movies. We're going to have a good time with Joel on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturday instead of Sunday next week, because I have a con to go to Sunday. So 1-6 Scale Man will be on Saturday morning on the 11th at 9 a.m. Eastern. But for now, that's what effing figures. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your support. And we appreciate your time today. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for watching. And we'll see you on Wednesday. Thanks
guys.
for watching. See you guys.
Peace.